wants to smoke? Who wants to smoke?
Yeah.
Who wants to smoke? Ooh,
Yeah.
Temperatures going up, the heat is rising, scholars showing up, audience vibing. We on a mission, competition is the only desire. Whose information will be facing the mercy of fire? So step up, stand up, can you walk through hell? So tough, too tough for the weak soft shell. Set the fire, fan the flame, smoke is rising in blooms, while the inexperienced today just does the choke on the fumes. Bring your science, bring the wisdom, even bring your religion. If you can't stand the heat, then please don't come in the HOK. It's just a session, learn a lesson, fight and overcome oppression. Who'll be the best debated by the time all the smoke clears? Who wants to smoke? I want the smoke. This environment is the toughest, so bring your best in. Put your spirit to the test. You stepping into the ring with the scholar with the no digits harder. I will make you holler in the information flow with power. You wanted to peak, the elite, the undisputed. Now watch as your outdated theories get refuted. I'm posted in the den, let the world burn. Pressure in the room, it's finally my turn. They want the smoke, I'm the whole forest fire. Watch the oxygen vanish as the flames climb higher. My mind is the weapon, I'm no joke. I'm the baddest, I come for the smoke. No joke, I'm the baddest to ever breathe. I don't play house, I make them leave. Smoke session. Smoke, 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 smoke session. I want the smoke. Smoke, smoke, smoke session. sa.neter, you better warn them. Who want the smoke? Who wanna say that I'm not playing? Oh my God, sa.neter, stop playing with me. Now Paul, you better tell him, you better tell her now Paul. Stop playing with me.
All right, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. What's going on, everybody? All right, come on, send out the notifications. Send out whatever you're going to send out, man. God damn. We understand you want to keep me blocked a little bit, but send out a little, at least 500 of them. Damn. Over 200 something thousand subscribers, you're only going to send out 300 or whatever? I got to find out how to get off this block stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember I used to bring in at least close to 2,000 views watching, 2,000 people watching? They stopped that. They stopped it. I got to figure out why they did that, why they blocked me. Y'all seen yesterday, the brother was like, yo, I ain't even get a notification. He just clicked on and see me live. A few brothers be saying that. But anyway, yo, I'm trying to work myself up, right, to get back on 125th Street, but I'm not doing it at a no-cost price. If a lot of people keep telling me they want to see me back on the strip, bringing this information, this is what makes me stand out from other people. But it's going to come at a price, and the price is up to you, 5, 10, 20, whatever you can afford. Because I'm not going to just be doing this on my own dime, going outside, going downtown, 34th, and I ain't getting nothing for that but bad health and bad air condition. Check. So if you really want that, so improve. So improve. I'm not doing it for my health, man. Not no more. So y'all got to show some love, man. Show some support. I'm bringing you with another app. No other platform is bringing you. No other platform is not going on the strip and doing this live for you. I'm going on the strip and I'm doing this live. I'm putting my life, my health on the line. So it got to come with a price. Show some type of support. Do y'all agree with that at least? I'm not telling you to give me thousands of dollars. I'm saying 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever you can afford. Come on, man. That's all I'm saying. Show some goddamn type of support here. You know what I mean? And so I just said, you know what? Let me go outside. It's 80 degrees today. Let me go out there and sample the waters because people don't know I'm out there. Keon, what up, brother? People don't know I'm back out there, but once they see that red, black, and green flag hanging in my spot from the corner, they can see it. They coming right down the block. The young bulls, the 5%ers, the nation, the guards, the nerves, the Moors, the Hebrews. I'm calling to Zoriak up the block. Yo, Cat, I'm outside, baby. I'm outside. They coming up the block. We're going to get it in, and the battle is going to be going on all Sunday, all summer, every Saturday. I would say every Saturday at least. Every Saturday is going down. So if y'all want that smoke, the smoke sessions, show the support. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. But try to put that inside of the Cash App because YouTube is going to take a lot of that. Get back on the block, sir. I feel you. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. But try to throw that in the Cash App. I threw the link up there because YouTube going to take a portion of that. I don't want YouTube getting shit because they blocking me already. They blocking me. But I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. So I'm back on the block. And I see a few of my people out there. I see an older G out there, around my age or a little older. But he is so goddamn annoying, man. He's stuck in his ways, and that right there, I'm gonna tell y'all something. It made me change a part of my ways because I was stuck in my ways. And when I saw him, the next day, like today, earlier, I started thinking about myself. And I was like, damn, I got to get off this black shit, this black stuff, because I'm stuck in my way. We are not black. We are not. And it was not the Moors or none of them that convinced me. It was the information and the knowledge. Because when you really look at it, there's no land called black. You see, that right there was given to us by our enemy to describe us. And I hear people saying that to me, but I was always just in denial because I'm like, man, I'm black power. And so I was just in denial about it. I didn't want to fix that. I just kept saying, nah, fuck that. I'm black, but we really not. And I'm starting to get that. And I got to get off of that because I was stuck in my way, just like this brother that I'm going to show you later on today in the street. He was getting me so tight, but I didn't want to curse him out because I respect him. And I was almost there, but I was holding it like because I respected this brother, Keon, you stupid. Keon said, I'm orange. I got you, Key. But anyway, let's get to a little bit of what I had coming up. And I'm telling you, when the summer hit, it's going to be on and popping out there. I am on 125th Street, about to cross the street to see if Saba and Fadishi's out here.
Yeah. Temperatures going up, the heat is rising, scholars showing up, audience vibing. We on a mission, competition is the only desire. Whose information will be facing the mercy of fire? So step up, stand up.
That's what they call jaywalking.
For the weak soft shell, set the fire, fan the flame, smoke is rising in bloom.
Here you go. Saba, what's going on, man? Long time. I just came from motor vehicle. Got to renew my damn license. What's happening?
It's chilling, 80 degrees.
Yo, I've been walking back and forth. I ain't see you out here for a minute.
During the winter, I didn't.
Okay, right.
So it's not 60. Oh, and I wanted to thank you for the thing you did when I did the Black Man's program. You brought all those brothers on.
How did that work? That was good, right? Yes, sir. Yep. I need a the unk that I bought from you. I need a thicker chain. You gave me a real thin chain. Yeah. Like I need a chain like this. How much is this one? Oh, that's too long though. Yeah, that's too long. So what you got new coming up? What's your new book, man?
No, just by, I'm still doing a class on my Menchu Hotel 1 and 2.
Okay. Beautiful.
So my do lecture classes start next week, and I have Menchu Hotel 1 and 2.
Okay. All right.
Those 2 books.
So you never think about getting into a nice forum debate. Why not? Why you don't debate, man?
I'm like Dr. Clark. I just teach.
You debate your what?
I don't debate.
You what?
I teach.
No, how did he say it? The quote Dr. Clark said?
He said, I don't debate my... What do you call it?
Yeah, I know. I forgot too. Right.
I only teach.
I only teach. Okay.
And the people who want to debate me know less than I do. So why would I debate them? They've been at it 5 or 10 years. I've been at this over 50 years.
Correct.
With the life experience, traveling to 30 countries on the African continent. Speaking
What
the
if-
languages,
What if I could get someone who is an Israelite that's on your level?
Why would I want to debate an Israelite? First of all, if they're into Hebrewism, that comes from killing. So
There you go.
we should be allies.
There you go. But they don't believe that.
I know.
Because they dealing with belief. You know?
See, I don't deal with belief. I deal with symptomatic thinking.
Right. Realismism.
What is real?
Realismism.
Religion is a belief system.
Right.
And guess what? I'm not going to convince you to change that, no matter how much proof I do. So why am I debating you? If I say I can give you some concrete information,
Evidence.
beyond the
Facts.
shadow of a fact,
Right.
would you change your mind? And 90% of the time they say no.
No.
So why am I even on debate?
I agree with you on that.
That's
I
just
agree with you.
mental masturbation.
Yeah. It's sad at this time, man. Anyway, brother, peace and blessings. Good to see you. When do you think you'll be back out? It's going to rain tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be rain tomorrow.
Probably this weekend. I got you. I'll see you then. So you right, and for DZ, you better be watching my channel because you're in the house right now. And for DZ Saber, I'm setting you up this coming Saturday. If you out there, I'm going to set you up. I'm saying that right now. I'm going to force you to kick some ass. I'm going to force you, Infodezi, to kick a Hebrew ass. I'm coming to you with a Hebrew Israelite, and the Hebrew Israelite is going to begin by just asking you questions. And that's how you gonna get into it. Yeah, I know how I'm gonna do this, Infodezi. I got you, baby. I got you. So you better be watching. And I know when I walk up on you, you're gonna be like, so I seen what you did. I seen what you said. I'm not going for it. But I don't think you watching. And we're gonna walk up on you. I'm hoping, because Captain is gonna be scared. Captain don't want no smoke with Infodezi. So I ain't gonna bring the captain with me. I'm going to see if he'll come with me. He going to be the first one I ask to come with me. But I already know he going to be scared to death. He don't want to walk up on Infodezi and start asking questions. He don't want that smoke. Y'all know he don't want that smoke. But we're gonna try something to get Infidiji to come out of this shell. We're gonna get him. You see, Infidiji is still here. For those of y'all who want to come out, get some jewelry, support this brother. He been out here for how long? Over 50 years. Over 50 years. I'm on 125th Street, y'all. If y'all didn't know. State office building right across the street.
Yeah.
And this shit's still here.
Temperatures going up.
The welfare center.
Scholars showing up. Audience vibing. We on a mission. Competition is the only desire. Whose information would be facing the mercy of fire? So step up, stand up. Can you walk through hell? So tough, too tough for the weak, soft shells. Set the fire, fan the flame. Smoke is rising in blooms. While the inexperience today just does the choke on the fumes. Bring your science, bring the wisdom, even bring your religion. If you can't stand the heat, then please don't come in the HOK. It's just a session, learn a lesson, fight and overcome oppression. Who'll be the best debated? By the time all the smoke clears, who wants the smoke? Session, smoke session. I want the smoke. This environment is the toughest, so bring your best in. Put your spirit to the test. You stepping into the ring with the scholar with a no dig hits harder. I will make you holler in the information flow with power. You wanted to pick the LD, the undisputed. Now watch as your outdated theories get refuted. I'm posted in the den, let the world burn. Pressure in the room is finally my turn. They want the smoke, I'm the whole forest fire. Watch the oxygen vanish as the flames climb higher. My mind is the weapon, I'm no joke. I'm the baddest, I come for the smoke. No joke, I'm the baddest.
Hey, how you doing? Good, brother. Here's the brother. He was getting on my nerves, man. This brother, he's good. He's a cool brother. He knew me for years on them streets. But damn, man. Now, when I see him, he remind me of me stuck in my old ways And that's how I got to get up out of that. That's why I said I got to get up out of that black stuff.
Right.
Yeah, what you been up to?
Well, I've got a book out now. And
What's the name of your book?
you don't want to start that.
Uh-huh. What's the name of it?
What's the name of it? Now, first of all, see, I got to ask you, how long have we been black people?
As long as I can remember. Forever.
Forever, as long as you can remember. Now, what if and I'm not going to hold you, I know you're busy, but you remember Negro, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we were Negro before we were ever known as black people.
Yes.
So that means that forever is dead.
Okay.
Okay, and before Negro, we were colored. And we were colored since the early 1800s.
You on to something.
Okay, so black, we didn't become black when Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated on April 4th, 1968. We were known as Negroes and had never been known as black people before. 4 months later, a singer by the name of James Brown in August made a song, Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud. That's when we went to black people as a collective whole for the first time. And from 1968 to 2026 is 58 years exactly. That's all we've been so-called black people. Mm-hmm. You see, and we can't, that brown skin you have, when we look at all these people out here that we call black, if you look at it, there's a brown so dark it's called charcoal brown. He don't even fit the charcoal brown yet. But our complexion is brown. But we don't need to go by color. That's why we use African American. And we know everybody ain't going to, because Africa is our origins and land, and America is our birthplace and land. It has nothing to do with being a color. And it's the first time we're naming ourselves. See, the European gave us black. Black came out of the minstrel show.
See, I learned something. I would say yes. I learned something from the brother, but I've been hearing this all the time. And so I wouldn't say I learned something from him. I would say, you know what? He just sparked it back up in me. And so when I thought about it, he is right. I've always knew that they were right. Those were the tough arguments I had with them with the color black. And so I thought about it and I'm like, damn, he is right. I can't get stuck in my way. Like he's stuck in his way when I brought up my arguments. And y'all will hear him.
And the blackface in the early 1900s, that's where the psychological in our psyche came from, the black thing with the black Sambo dolls and all of that systemic institutionalized racist system. So we have to bring up a generation that know that they're more than a color, and I'm gonna end with this. Just about all people go by origins and land. Mexicans, there's a land called Mexico. Chinese, there's a land called China. Cubans, there's a land called Cuba. Puerto Ricans, there's a land called Puerto Rico. Irish, there's a land called Ireland. Scottish, there's a land called Scotland. Germans, there's a land called Germany. Just about all people are identified by a geographical location of land and origins. We're the only one who use color for everything we think we are and supposed to be. You see, and this is why African American is the first time we're naming ourselves. The European gave us black the same way he gave us Negro, colored, coon, spook, slave, all that there. We gave ourselves African American. You see, that it's the first time we're naming ourselves and using land like everyone else rather than color to identify ourselves by. Mm-hmm. And so that's why the name of my book, and I know that's going to be hard, but us educators, and I found educators to be some of the hardest people to understand just what I'm saying. Lay people have understood this more than educators.
What's happening? Excuse me for 1 minute. What's up? Hey, yo, you the baddest rapper I know. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying that, brother. I be watching you, man. I be like, damn, this dude is on a whole nother level. How you been, man? I'm trying to get an interview with you, man. Can I call you? All right, my brother, peace.
Yes, but anyway, so we have to bring up a generation that know that they're more than a color. And I was going to end on that, but I'm going to end on this here. When we look at the Chinese, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, they their great-grandmother, grandfather, grandmother and grandfather to mother and father to themselves have all been just Mexican or Chinese or Irish or whatever. Our great-grandmother was called colored. Our grandmother was called Negro. And we and our father and mother called black or African American. How is it that we have had all of these different names for who we are from time, generation to generation, where everyone else have been only one thing throughout from generation to generation? You see, so I know it's not going to be easy for us to make this last change, but we've got to bring up a generation that know that they're more than a color and not going by this racist stigma that someone else have given us.
I agree with everything you said, but you might have to redo your book a little bit. And the reason I say that is because we are not Africans either.
What are we?
That's something that we have to define ourselves. Let me tell you, that's something that we have not taken a plebiscite on who we're going to be called here in America. The reason I'm saying that is because there's no such thing as an African. If you ask any so-called African that walk up and down the block that we call African, he'll tell you, I'm not an African. I only call myself African because that's what y'all call me. But when they are on the continent of Africa, there's so many. They say, no, I'm Mandingo. I'm Wolof.
Yes.
You see?
Yes.
That's what they'll tell you.
Yes, let me say this
I'm going to prove it to you when I catch one.
No, I already know this,
Okay.
but let me say this. They have been colonized the same way we have.
Yes, they have.
They don't know who they are. This is why all over this continent we call ourselves, all over the world, we call ourselves black, no matter what else we call ourselves. You see, so let me say this here. When we were taken from Africa, the continent was called Africa.
Right. But what was we called?
What
was the people in West Africa called?
No. Everywhere.
See, the people in West Africa, they wasn't called Africans, man. What part y'all don't get? They wasn't called Africans. Only when they got over here, because the Europeans understood and knew that they took them from a continent that was called Africa. So they begin to say Africans. I mean, why is that so hard for y'all to understand? And you're going to see me prove it through this video right here. Watch. Just watch. And I got a bomb for y'all, a bombshell.
You see, once it was called a Kibalan. It was.
Stop. Did you just hear what he said? Let's do it again. Watch this. He don't even get it.
All over this continent, we call ourselves, all over the world, we call ourselves black, no matter what else we call ourselves. You see, so let me say this here.
Watch this.
When we were taken from Africa, the continent was called Africa.
Right. But what was we called? What was the people in West Africa called?
No. Everywhere. You see, once it was called a Kibalan.
You see that? Once it was called a Kibulan. I should have hit him with this when he said that, but I was too busy trying to bring my point across. If it was called Akibuland before Africa, how come we not calling the people Akibulans? See, don't that sound stupid? Why are we not calling them Akibulans then? How come they never been called Akibuland if it was once called Akibuland before Africa? And I'm quite sure it's been called Akibuland for thousands of years. Check. So that right there smokes you. And that's the bomb that I'm talking about. Ashe, leave it alone. Suntan, Rakufu, y'all sounding stupid and dumb as shit because y'all stuck in your way and you don't want to understand what realism is talking about. So if it was called Akibuland before it was called Africa, well, how come we never called the people Akibuland? And why are we not calling them Akibulands today? Because that was the first name, right? See, you kill yourself, man.
It was called Ethiopia, the whole continent at one time, the Ethiopian Sea and all of that there. But when we were taken as Africans. The continent was called Africa, and we were called Africans, and everyone on there, regardless of this, I'm gonna just explain this, and I'm in.
We was never called Africans until they got over here, man. And I'm going to prove it.
To the difference. They call themselves Nigerian, but still African. They call themselves Ghanaians, but African. They call themselves
No, that's only over here.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You see? And so let me say this here. Even though they call themselves Nigerian or Ghanaians or whatever, they still call themselves African. And that's why. Yes.
They tell
the
you
majority,
I'm from Africa. Because that's what they think you only know them by. They say I'm African because they know that that's all you know. That's all your ass know. See? But you so stuck in your damn way, you don't want to listen to nobody. You getting older and you stuck in your way. And it reminds me of me when I was debating with the people about being black. Now I see I was wrong and they were right. Let's walk up the block a little bit.
Wait a minute. Let me say this before we walk up. Let me just say this before we walk up. The majority, see, there's always a few.
Hey, Reggie, I'm getting ready to walk up the block to your man. Watch when you see your homeboy, Reggie. You're going to see your homeboy.
Call themselves African American or African anything. But the majority of African people in Africa call themselves Africans and wherever.
What's up? Hold up. What's up, my brother? How you doing? Where you from? What part of Africa are you from?
South Africa.
You from South Africa?
No. West.
West Africa. Now watch this. Are you an African?
Yeah.
No, you're not. No. See, he said yeah because he think that's all we know them by. But watch when I correct them. Just listen. Hold up. What do you call yourself when you're in Africa, the continent? Because you're from West Africa, you said. What do you call yourself? No, man. You only say that because that's what you think we know you as.
No, man. You can't.
But you don't call yourself Africans on the continent. You go by, I'm a Mandingo, I'm a Wolof, right? I'm a Geechee. You see, now he caught it. He said, oh, okay. I see where you're going, Sal. I see where you're going. There you go. No, let him go. Let him go.
Too,
no,
right?
you don't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And you call yourself a black man, too.
Bro, stop, man. Not on the continent.
Yeah.
Ask me where I'm
right.
from.
What do you call yourself on the continent, at the homeland? You don't say I'm African.
Yeah.
See?
But you
in the country, in my country, I don't say any person I'm Togolese.
Right.
Because I am Togolese.
On the continent. Thank you. Thank you. Do you hear what I'm saying, bro? See, my argument is they don't call themselves African. How can you not understand that? On the continent, they don't say I'm African. Because they in Africa. But they don't say I'm African. They say I'm Wolif. I'm Mandinka. I'm Wolof. See, they don't get it. Let's continue.
If I begin to say somebody I am African, it's because the person don't know.
and also you.
Thank you. Did you hear what he said? He said, we only say we're African because the persons don't know. They don't know. See? Come on, man. Y'all don't know. And the crazy part is the dude be arguing with Africans. How you going to argue with an African and tell him who he is? You sound stupid, man.
Africa is because the person don't know.
And also, you're
Thank you.
on the continent of Africa.
See what I'm saying?
Even though you're Ghanaian, you're still on the continent of
Brother,
Africa.
you are wrong, man.
No, I'm not.
They only
No,
call,
you're not.
he'll only tell you he's African because he think that's all you know him as.
No.
The white
He
man
need
do
to
that.
know who himself is, regardless. See, we
You don't
cannot
wanna
change-
listen, man.
No. Listen. I'm not gonna see the Mexicans know who they are.
Right.
The Chinese know who they are.
He don't get it.
I'm not gonna let nobody make me not know who I am because of semantics or
It's not
ideology
semantics, brother.
or whatnot. Yes, no. The world history knows those on the continent as Africans, whether they're Ghanaians or Nigerians or whatnot. This is what the majority of the world know. Those few who may not know who they are, or
No,
what
they
are,
don't, man.
Are too few to mix it for all of us to be mixed up. You see, this is what I'm saying. Now he right about that we're not black. You see,
What's
it
up,
ain't gonna
brother?
never be everybody.
What's happening? How you doing, man?
Hey, your man,
All right.
Reggie.
I'm trying to give my elder brother some wisdom here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm grudgingly admitting this, but no, it's brother sa.neter.
Who that, Reggie? Who that?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No, I don't remember. I might need another.
He used to always be around Sutek in Sutek's store. And he been around with us for a long time, brother. How you don't remember this brother?
I don't remember him, but let's see what he got to say.
All right.
Back in the day, was the man on 125th Street. He had control when that DVD element came into play. He was all over that. He controlled that, and he was prolific, to say the least. Transitioning from here to podcasting, that's not an easy thing either. So I give him his credit. You know, he still fomented. He reminded me like a black activist, Don King, because he loved to see them confrontations jump off. But you got to do what you got to do for content. And he agreed with me.
That's right. That's right.
So
I agree.
That's my feeling on brother sa.neter.
Thank you, brother.
All right.
He's trying to tell me we are not Africans. You see, and that's the origins. When the continent was called Africa, when they took us from Africa, and we are of African origins. No matter what we call ourselves, black, colored, Negro, all that came from the European. You see, all those names. Black came out of the minstrel shows and the blackface in the early 1900s and whatnot.
All right, let me make my point.
Let me just, and I will let you make your point. I asked him how long we've been black when I first asked. He said, "Oh man, forever."
No,
I
but
said,
you're right on that.
No,
I agree with
hold
you on that.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I know, but you didn't at first. Then I said, "You remember when we were Negroes?" You said, "Oh yeah." I said, "Well, we were Negro before we were ever black. So you being black forever is dead."
Right,
Then
that's correct.
Before Negro, we were colored, called colored people, since the early 1800s. So all that, I'm been black forever. No, when Martin Luther King was assassinated in 1968, we were known as Negroes and had never been known as black people. 4 months later in August, a singer by the name of James Brown made a song, "Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud." That's when we went to black people for the first time as a collective whole. And from 1968 to 2026 is 58 years. That's all we've been so-called black people.
All right, let me explain something to him right quick. I'm telling him there's no such thing as an African because we are not a continent. In Africa, the Africans don't call themselves African. They call themselves by their name, Mandinka, Wolof, stuff like that. They don't call themselves African. They only do that over here because they know that's what you've been trained to call them.
No.
And let me finish. And I proved it to him. We stopped 2 Africans down there, and I asked him, what part of Africa are you from? And what did he say?
He said, "I'm from Wula or whatever."
And I
but
said,
he said,
no.
He's still an African, too.
Brother, stop,
Now,
man.
you know
Stop,
he
stop.
said that.
The only reason why he said that, because he thought that's what we know
you
them.
can't say what
But
he
then,
thought. You can't say what he
brother,
thought.
are you going to let me talk?
Yeah.
And then I asked him, I said, "No, brother, you're not African. That's a continent. What do you call yourself on the continent?" He said, "Oh, Wolof." We Wolof.
Do you know that both of you all are really right?
No, we're not.
Yes,
No,
yes, it is.
no, because
Hear him out. Hear him
May
out.
I have it?
Go ahead.
Yeah, hear him out.
Okay. Because you can be an American and an Italian at the same time.
No.
I just said one sentence. You were
Okay.
wrong.
Go ahead.
So what he is saying is factually correct. What you're saying is philosophically correct. One last thing. Before we were African, we were Kemetic, Nubian,
That's right.
Ethiopian.
That's right.
Lemurian.
That's right.
Mu, Atlantis. Did the Temple
Atlantis
of
don't exist.
Sir,
Okay,
sir,
go ahead.
I'm just trying to say, I agree with you. We do not have to do this binary thing where what I say is the truth and what you say is the untruth. I have to win and you have to lose. I see truth in both statements that you all are making.
Okay.
I'm done.
That's good. Okay. Now let me say this. We're not. We have been so many different things. We don't know who we are. But the Irish know. The Irish know who they are by land. The Mexicans know who they are by land. The Italians know who they are by land.
See what you just said? Africa is a land, right? It's a continent, right?
Yes.
It's a continent.
Yeah.
You're not a continent. You're just telling me you're from Africa. You gotta get it,
Ain't
brother.
nobody a continent. Ain't nobody a continent.
You just was saying.
You're talking about nationality.
Thank
That's
you.
where what he is saying is applicable. He's talking
Origin.
about nationality.
Right.
I'm talking about origins. No, I'm
Right.
talking about origins.
No,
not nationality.
same thing, brother.
Origins. No,
You're
it ain't
talking
the
about-
same thing.
By any means 1020, you said, I never heard an African deny the fact he is African. Watch Friday. Stay tuned Friday. I will be at Juma on 135th Street in 8th Avenue. In Juma, that's where all my African brothers are at. That's where I'm known at. And they will talk to me. And watch Friday. When you hear them say what they gonna tell you, just watch. That's all. If you never heard it, God damn it, this is gonna be the first time you heard it on sa.neter House of Consciousness. Just watch.
No, I'm talking about origins. Origins come from land. You see?
Not necessary.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes. Origins come from land.
Okay, let's say we're dealing with Adamite. But what is the Adamite? What's the first person created, so to speak? Because you work out of the
Adamite
Bible.
don't exist. I'm a bishop. You understand me?
But there was somebody who was the first person who was created it.
You can go back to biblical history. Itself tells you it only goes back 4,000 to 9,000 BC. But human history tells you
from the continent of
go back 2 million years old.
Dominican Republic.
Okay, never mind. Thank you, brother.
So therefore, when you talk about all that in the biblical thing, it does not even compare to.
You are a person deeply embedded in the 20th century. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
No,
Yes, you are. Yeah.
Oh, my
no, man.
goodness.
I'm talking back. Africa goes back way before any 20th century.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does, brother. How you?
In Kemet and in Nubia, they didn't call it Africa. No, they didn't.
No, yeah,
they
there was
did not.
Kibala. I know.
Yes.
It was
Right,
called
he's
Kibala.
right, bro.
But
Al-Alakabulan.
Right.
yes, but that.
Now, see, he's killing himself. And the brother talking to him is killing himself when he say we both are right. You know what I'm saying, Reggie?
Absolutely, both are wrong.
Right. Because if we report ourselves Africans during the time of the ancient Kemetic, then what is you talking about, brother? Where did that come from? When did we start calling ourselves that? I'll tell you. When they brought us here. Because the white men know that they took us from a continent called Africa. That was the name of it at that time. So they called us Africans. What are you talking about? Reggie, I'm almost done. I'm going to come to you. I'm almost done. Now let's go to it. Let's continue. See, y'all stabbing yourselves. Don't even get it.
back then.
Right.
It's been
And
changed.
it's the same continent, but it wasn't called that.
I know.
Okay, since you know at different times throughout
There we
linear
talking
history,
about.
the land was called different
But it
things.
ain't that
Why
now.
are we arguing semantically?
We're not.
over there?
We just debate, man.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
love.
Yeah, that's
that.
yeah, no
Okay,
doubt.
debate. That's fine. That's fine. So, okay. So you had to follow your point through, even though logic kind of rained down on you a little bit, and you let the rain just roll off.
There's no logic in not knowing who you are. And if we don't know who we are, that's on us.
Now, let me go on next. That point you're making is applicable when we talk about, I'm a Jamaican, but I'm a fucking West Indian, I'm this, I'm
Hey, yo,
I'm a
yo.
Dominican. See, that point now.
sa.neter.
How you?
Excellent.
Peace, my man. Hey, yo, let me ask you a question. You might not know the answer to this. Are we Africans?
African is a borrowed name.
Thank you. Uh-oh. All right, you good so far. I got the people on the continent, do they call themselves African or do they call themselves by the name like I'm Mandinka, I'm Wolof? They don't do
We
that.
only get Africans when we start dealing with the colonizers.
Thank you, brother. I'm arguing with this brother all day. I'm telling him. I said, brother, there's no such thing as an African. They call themselves.
Countries,
Thank you.
all the names
Thank
are
you.
given by colonial, so-called colonial.
Thank you, brother. You on point? I'm a pro. On point. But I'm arguing with him all this time, and he's trying to tell me, nah, brother, they call themselves African. I stopped 2 Africans down the block. I said, brother, what part of Africa are you from? And the crazy part is he's arguing with an African trying to tell them what they call themselves. That's the sickness of this brother, man. He said, I'm from, one of them said Guinea. And I said, well, what do you call yourselves in Guinea?
Guinea was given by the colonial masters, by
Yeah.
Europeans.
Yeah. I said, what do you call yourselves over there? You don't call yourselves African. Only when you get here. He said, yes. Only when we come here, because that's what they think we only know them by. That was given to them by the white man. You know? How you gonna be a continent? That's not telling us nothing. Yo. See, the Africans love me on the 125th, man. Yo, what's up?
What's up, man? You look young.
Yo, let me ask you a question. What part of Africa are you from?
Gambia, the Gambia West.
What do they call yourselves in Gambia? Like your name, some say Mandinka, some say Wolof.
I'm Sarahule, Soninke.
Now, you don't, right, there you go.
So
You don't call yourselves African in Africa, right? No.
No.
Thank you. Right. That's only when they come here because they think that's all we know. Oh, you're African. No, I'm from Africa. But I'm what?
Soninke.
Thank you, brother.
Mandinka.
Thank
Wolof,
you, man.
Fulani.
Come on, take a walk with me right here.
Lola.
Watch
Thank
this.
you.
Right here. Yo,
You man.
yo,
Come on. And now he gonna want to argue with
yo, stop. Watch this. Where you from, brother?
The Gambia.
What do you call yourselves in Gambia?
My tribe is Soninke.
Do you call yourselves African in Africa?
Everybody got a tribe. Look. Everybody got a tribe that we identify by. I'm Soninke. I'm from the Soninke tribe. Somebody else from the Mandinka tribe. Like the Kinte,
Thank you. You see what I'm talking about? Come on, man. This shit is easy. Easy. Now, do you see, brother, when you said I never heard or seen an African deny he was being an African? He's not denying it. He's from Africa. But my argument is they do not call themselves Africans on the continent because that's not telling nobody who you are and where you from. You get it? They tells you who their tribe is. Sikinte, Wolof. That's what they tell you. So when they tell you that, now you know where they from, what people they come from. All Africans on the continent are not the same. Understand me when I tell you that. And so that's why when Tazariak was saying that Africans sold us into slavery, I said, brother, when you say the Africans, you're talking about the whole goddamn continent of Africa. What African people you say sold you into slavery? And that's when he gets stuck. Because now you got to point out a particular group, a particular tribe. You can't put all the tribes in one. There's over 300 or more goddamn tribes. Way more than that in Africa, brother. See? So the brother is dropping it to you. He letting you know we don't call ourselves that.
Mandinka. Okay, we got the Wolof tribe, we got the Jola tribe, we got the Fulani tribe.
You only say you African over here because that's what they think you are.
No, that's what he say.
So we identify by the tribe.
You heard him? We identify by the tribe. We identify by the tribe. What you want to say, Reggie?
Well, I think that you're spot on for raising the questions. I'm just always upset with people having terrible positions that they are defending.
Right.
Okay, so there are local definitions. Most ethnic African tribal groups or chieftains, they only knew about their own world. They didn't venture out of their own border. So they could never have a global now the word global is important because it's talking about the word globe. So if you have a global perspective, you're talking about the peoples of the African continent. No different than if you're talking about the peoples of Asia or the peoples of Europe or the people of Eurasia or the people of the Philippines, right? So that's when you get global. But if you're talking local, then you won't. They don't need to say that they are Africa, except for peoples of Africa. Another big problem is going on is this word al-Kabalan. So al-Kabalan is an Arab word, but the meanings of it is problematic, and it appeared in a map, right? A geographical map. So that's where we get al-Kabalan. And I know this because I talked to Dr. Ben about the problems, and he told me that he got it from a classroom discussion with somebody who was Arab, right? But again, that's not global. You can make it as a stand-in for global populations for how can I say, for a base argument, right? But not in a academic argument. So I think that you did a great job of teasing out local and global and statements. If you would have asked the brother where does al-Kabalan come from and what does it mean, he couldn't tell you.
Right.
He could tell you Dr. Ben said it, but he can't tell you because he never did the investigation. So our work on the streets is important because we get to understand how our people thinking, and when you come on this channel, you get better arguments. Now,
Yeah, I can't wait to find it. I can't wait to find it because I'm going over there. And the phone you can come with me,
they have Islamic. See, now on Juma is a bad day because
no, it ain't. You know, because I don't do it on Zoom. I do it when the festivals are over. And that's when all the Africans are coming out walking the street. They buying stuff from the vendors, from the vendors. And they build it.
I don't want to go against. That's on their not their holy day, but one of the important days besides the.
It's only bad if they not down for Juma. The Quran says on the day of prayer, it's earnest remembrance of Allah. Let me put you on mute. You echo it. On the day of Juma, hastens earnestly to the remembrance of Allah. Leave off business and traffic that is best for you if you but knew. So it's telling you to close up your shops, close up your stores, and go to the Juma prayer. Go to the Juma services. After Juma services, you can attend back to whatever you were doing. And that's why I wait until after services. So when services is over, when they willing to come to you and talk to you, I got the other two interviews.
No, you're correct. You're correct, at least engaging them. But what you will find is that there are particular ethnic groups that attend particular mosques.
Yes.
Then you will find and a lot of them are Senegalese because that's or Mali, Senegalese, those close areas. But their thinking is on Allah and the Prophet. So sometimes you don't get a straight answer unless you talk about some Tuba mosque or something like that. Then they will talk about the differences in Islam. But you're correct. I'm not trying to say that you're incorrect. It's a great day, but their minds, they've been bumping their heads for during the service, right? They they're gonna come out thinking not that they're African, but they're better Muslims, which they should because that's what their faith calls for. So I'll be looking forward for you to come out, but I
Reggie,
know.
did you see my other interview I had with the Africans
Yes,
on the
I
video?
see. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
I
be
see.
looking forward to seeing me, man. And when they see me, they be smiling, they happy. I be talking to the imams, the imam, not the regular African. I'm talking to the ones that be getting the talk.
Well, you know, son, that I've been with you for a while. I've seen you go into whole African events, festivals, right? And be the only African American there, right? And
Yeah,
they want to talk to you. So the work is important. The problem is that our people on this chat and who watch the show, they need better arguments. And so what we try to do is provide the better arguments for our show. Like I
right.
have, and I watch some of the shows. Like I know what God energy. I know his methodology. But we we've passed that. We don't need to make everybody black, except for especially the, especially. There's no defense if everybody's black while black people are warring against black people, while black people are different than black people. So we can't have a skin color. We cannot have a skin color methodology because everybody who is black and kinfolk. So we have to do it, and what do we gain by what do we gain by making everybody a skin color when we have I'm light. So me calling myself black has to do with my culture, has nothing to do with my skin color, right?
Right.
Like you're brown. You're calling yourself black because you have a black reality and struggle, but not because of your skin color. You're not calling yourself black because of your skin color, because the worst goddamn devil is the black devil, right?
Correct. Correct.
And that's something that you teach. So the fact of the matter is, then if everybody's black, why the hell are we warring against ourselves and making alliances with with people who are less than black, right? And this Moor thing, I have a problem. He said that the Moors were more ancient than the concept of Arab and the Europeans, and it is not. We called ourselves, if we had the word Maori, that dealt with the land, right, of Mauritania, not a particular ethnic group until the time that the Europeans called us Moors, right? So we have this problem that we accept what the Europeans call us, right? And then we don't have any further information. The Europeans created the term Moor, right? We did not create. They would go and say no, they're a particular branch of Africans. That's the same conversation that you had now. So the Moor conversation is similar to the conversation with Africa. It's always in perspective. So we are setting ourselves up for bad arguments against Europeans because our methodology is. I thought all these years we would fix that. Like, and we have these misnomers. The Moors in history, they the black devils. Everything they did was for their particular relationship and their relationship with Europe. What the hell did they do positive for black people? Wait, I want to, at one point, because we have a lot of shows, I want to deal with the treatment of black women, black so-called Moorish women during that time period. They was the lowest of the groups, right? They were the lowest of the groups. They're black, if you want to do that. But the Moorish kingdom totally disenfranchised them, discriminated, disrespected, raped them, sold them as low-cost chattel, right? And that the other women who were lighter got more privileges, like the Ethiopian women and then the white women. What the hell are we? I can respect. Watch this. I can respect the Moorish science movement for the great things that they did because I can see that they did great things. But I cannot respect romanticizing the ancient, the black Moors, because they didn't do it in the interest of black people. So this sa.neter, your channel is more important than it's ever been. And look, we're not no damn old world monkeys. Old world monkeys are old world monkeys. I don't give a damn which of these people say that we old world monkeys. We were not.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn because all they're gonna do is exercise humanetics, right? Coping and throwing some bullshit. And I don't care what all white men say just because they said something. I don't give a damn if there's a source about a white man in the colonial period or prior to the 1950s and 1960s. I care about the classifications, the proper scientific. We are not no goddamn old world monkeys. And I don't care who says it, because then that gives our enemies a chance to say that evolution doesn't work, right? It gives us a chance to say that we are monkeys, right? We're not no goddamn old world monkeys. So if you think that I'm wrong, you come and see me. My name is Brother Reggie. They call me Dr. Reggie. If you think that I am wrong, right? Because a monkey is a classification in itself, and classifications change. But if you think there's such a thing called old world monkey and that humans come from that, no, we come from the hominids. We come from the hominid apes, the Miocene apes, right? When it's split, we're not no goddamn old world monkeys. And so stop. We gotta check some of this bad information. Just because it sounds fly, that don't mean it's right. Just because you think that you could say it doesn't mean that it's actual fact, right? We're not no old world monkey. That's an old world classification. Right. So listen, I don't care who it is, and I'm a researcher. This is not my specialty. But I tell you one thing: put your big boy pants on, and you come for me, right? To say that we are not no goddamn monkeys, because then it gives the Hebrews ammunition. Like sometimes you think you're doing something right, and you're just effing up.
Yeah, let me say this. Open mind 33 is correct. When people say stupid stuff, I got to show the people how ignorant a lot of our people are. And so by any means 1020, he says, Sa, you going to an African or Wolof or Akan or Igbo event? Number one, brother, they only call it African event because they over here in America. And they think that that's what you know them as. I keep telling you that. So they say African event, but in Africa, they don't call it an African event. They are called the event, whatever they are, or whoever they're associated with in that tribe. You get it? Damn, bro, I don't know why that's so hard for you to understand that.
I'm not gonna get it because that's the problem of our people. They use their personal subjective education instead of reading a goddamn book.
Right. Damn, so that's what it is. Let me play a little more, Reggie. A little more.
That's it.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, right?
Thank you. Peace.
Yeah, you are. My name is Antoine.
Antoine. I seen you before. Antoine.
Look, we're
Yo, listen. Now, do you understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you why he's wrong. Here's my argument. I said they don't call themselves African on the continent. That's what I said. All right, yo, man, listen. Y'all gonna have to stop being afraid to talk to us over here in America.
I'm not faggot though.
No, I ain't say you faggot,
I
man.
have to talk to him whatever I
No,
want.
brother, no, we know faggot over. Now watch, Reggie, that he's following me now because I'm walking and I'm asking African. Now watch he try to argue with a so-called African from the continent who try to tell him who he is. And so by any means 1020, he said, I never heard an African denying that they were African. Listen up good, brother. Listen up good. Just listen. Here, man.
We have to talk to you. Make sure,
I want to. Oh, come here. Yeah, there you go. Now
if
let's
you-
ask the
if you
Africans.
marry one.
Yes.
The rest who gonna marry them?
Right.
So we have to deal with it all.
Now watch this. Watch this. What part of Africa you from?
I'm from West.
West Africa. What part of Africa you from?
It's the same thing.
What do you call yourselves in West Africa? The tribal name.
My tribal name?
Yes, in West Africa.
My tribal name is Yigo.
Who?
Yigo.
Legal, not
Yigo.
right.
Yes.
Not Mandinka.
No, it's the same.
Now, do you call yourselves African in Africa?
No.
Thank you.
You
They
know
don't-
you're African,
No,
right?
listen. You can
Stop,
call
man.
them.
Just stop saying
You
that,
can
brother.
tell them.
Go
I
ahead.
can say I'm an African.
Thank you.
I'm from Africa.
Thank you.
From Africa. That's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. If you're from somewhere, that's your
No, if
origin.
Brother,
say-
you gotta
if
stop,
somebody,
man.
people
Yeah, man.
standing. It's a school. That's what it means. It's a school.
Right.
If people standing like this, if it's school, you're gonna lose though.
Thank you.
If you go and you see people standing, oh, those is African. Yes. Those people is African. If they ask you, you cannot say I'm an African. I'm from Africa.
Thank you.
You're still African. If you're from Africa, you're still African.
Brother, you don't
You
understand.
lose somebody.
No,
Yes,
no,
I
listen.
do understand.
If they ask you.
We've got to
Listen.
lift one
You need
another
to
and teach the
ask
children.
Man, it's just,
If they ask you,
Damn.
oh, who's you? You say I'm American. No, I'm from America.
Right.
No, I'm African American.
No.
I'm not no American.
No, listen.
If I was
I'm
American, I
African
wouldn't
American.
have been
I know.
in.
You don't want to
no,
listen,
listen,
you ain't going to
listen.
learn.
No, I'm
Here
not
we
no
are.
American.
Here we are in front of an
We're in the
African
same
telling
page.
you
We're in the
what they
same
are.
page.
But
We're
he
in the
can't
same
tell me
page.
what I am.
No, we're in the
Okay.
same page,
Thank
right?
you, man. Thank you, brother.
sorry.
Thank you, brother. He don't know. What part of Africa you from? What part? Burkina. What do you call yourselves in Burkina Faso? What do you call yourselves? What's your tribal name? Right. You don't call yourselves African in Africa because only here in America. Because that's all they think they know you by. But in Africa, you don't call yourselves African. You call yourselves by your tribal name that you go by. So the people that know who you are. He don't know. See, he said the same thing. You don't know, brother. Come on, man. Come on. Watch this.
Surprised you don't know that.
Let me ask you a question, brother. Let me ask you a question. Young brother. What part of Africa you from? What do you call yourselves in Senegal? What do you call yourself in Senegal? You don't say I'm African. You go by the name, the tribal name. You say Senegalese. But you don't call yourselves African, right? Thank you. Thank you, brother. Yes. I just caught a young boy. He said the same thing.
It's all good, man. You know what? Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, Chancellor Williams, they never lost themselves. Brother, I drove Rolls Royces, Duesenbergs, and Bentleys back in the 70s in the Superfly age. Don't let money make you lose yourself. You're a beautiful brother. You done gave a lot to our people. Stay on it, man. We got a ways to go. And when we leave this earth, we want to be in that circle with Malcolm, with Garvey, with the rest of them. You see, and you've done too much, brother. Don't get lost in the soul.
Never that. You got to wake up.
So do some more researching, which I know you didn't been amongst the best or whatnot. But if you don't know you're African, brother, because that continent when we were taken was called Africa, regardless of other names. China was once called something else.
I don't understand how you don't get it. We are from the continent of Africa.
Yes.
We are not Africans.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are, brother. What if you are not African? Then what are we? which makes us less than everyone else, because everyone else deal from land. Mexicans land, Chinese land, Russians land, Irish.
Reggie, check this out, Reggie.
Yes, sir.
Go on mute, 'cause you can go on. Check this out, Reggie. Before the Europeans put us on slave ships in West Africa, do you think, Reggie, we were running around West Africa saying that I'm African? No, Reggie. We wasn't doing that, man. We was going by what we called ourselves, by our culture, Reggie. What do you say to that, Reg?
I say that you're absolutely right. And during the early slave trade, 1 second, somebody's doing a basketball, but playing basketball. But during the time period, the early Europeans, they just used it as a continental destination. And then when they was grabbing slaves, they was telling you specifically what region and what group.
Right. And Reggie, it was a way for the Europeans, the whole Europeans, to identify us and to describe us. That's why they were saying Africans. So you mean to tell me they was taking people from different places on the continent and they lumped us all together and started calling the people Africans of where they were grabbing so-called African people from? No. Go ahead, Reg.
They had the Gold Coast, they had the Ivory Coast, they had the Strait of Benin,
There
right?
you go.
They had different areas where they wider. They had different areas in which they took us from, but they were saying that they were going to the continent of Africa to get these particular slaves enslaved.
They made us all one people by doing that.
Right.
They made us all one people by saying African. I don't
We
get
never-
it.
Right. Until then, there was a period of time where we do self-designation for our purposes. So we call ourselves Black, we call ourselves African American, right? But those are time periods in this that's self designation. That's self. So when we started calling ourselves African Americans, before the 1800s, we was embracing the duality that we are from Africa, and we live in America, right? But these are general terms. So I think that you're right. In the Romans, they used the Afri people as a stand-in for themselves for all the people that they knew, but they never knew the whole continent of Africa. So no one knew the whole continent of Africa until the modern period. It wasn't discovered yet, right? So I think that you are right. I just think that people like to talk and sound good. I mean, my dude said he was driving Rolls Royces and stuff like that in the 70s. Irrelevant. Like, you knew Dr. Ben, you knew Dr. Clark, so did I. We knew the great people. We may not have been driving Rolls Royces and Mercedes Benz, but we got a chance to talk to them and then continue their level of education, right? But everybody wants to be the big man. Everybody want to be super smart. But then when you peel back, they don't either. You have the cultural history, or you have the education, or you have both. But we got a lot of makeup artists, and I thought that, Sa, I'm glad you're doing this, because I thought that through our work we're getting better, but some people want to stay stuck. So I agree with Larry's realism. I agree with your version of realism. I agree. I disagree with these super smart people that are coming on our platforms and thinking that they're educated. I can't take it, yo. They just sounded so slick and so smart, and then they can't back the shit up. So we got a lot of work to do. So be cautious, Si.
Right.
You got
You know what I'm coming back with this year, because I want to see where we at. And I'm going to be right there on 8th Avenue, right there on that wall where the last time I did it. And I'm bringing the Jesus, Malcolm, and I don't know who else I might put with that. I'm bringing a white Jesus, Malcolm X, and I want to see, did we progress? Did we learn anything in Harlem? And so I'm going to ask the people, you know what I'm going to ask them, and I'm going to see where we at. I got to do this. I'm going to see where we at now. I hope they make me proud.
No, Si. they're going to disappoint us because now we're in a situation where the economy is really terrible and people are scrambling. And you would think that we would get smarter on economics as a group. So I think it would be a good exercise, but I don't think that the temperature, we're in a scarcity right now. And do you know, Sa, I'm gonna say it on the first time on this show. Do you know that there's a new virus that may be deadlier than the COVID virus, and they're tracking it right now? Do you know that?
No, I don't.
There's a new virus. It comes from mice, and I think it was in Argentina, and it was a cruise. And once you get it, look, look. You can have it for like 6 weeks, but if you get it, your time on this earth is this period. There's a crisis period of like 4 to 10 hours, and so they come up while we are playing these games. They come up with a new virus.
Yeah, but where's it right now?
They're tracking it because it's so deadly that you could have it for like 6 weeks. And then I gotta be honest. So it's an animal, and it's an animal to human. Now it's a human to human, and you can look it up. Somebody look it up right now. Now we have a problem, and I'm not playing, Si. I'm tired of this stuff. We have a so-called science literate person on our platform.
The name of the virus that they bring.
Yeah. And listen, it's in a major headline, just started in 3 days ago. And what happened is the woman whose husband died of it, she was transporting his body back to South Africa. She died. Now the problem is they're doing contact tracking because she was on a major airline. Damn. So and it takes about, it could take up to 6 weeks to show up. But once you get it, you're done. Now watch this, family. We have somebody on a science literate team, right? And this dude is handling birds, right? Now he's supposed to be science literate, and he said he's handling birds, but he's handling birds with his hands. Now, there's a big problem with that when we don't pay attention. So you're handling your birds with hands, right? He denies that he was kissing the bird, but he's the leading person talking about science. Now he attacks me, calls me a clown, but you're not gonna see Brother Reggie handle no goddamn wild bird, right? Some parrot or macaque or whatever it is, with my bare hands, use the mic, talk, not wash my hands. I'm gonna separate it, but I am not gonna be talking about science while I'm doing that. So do you understand what I'm saying, Si? Now we have another.
You're 1,000% correct, brother.
You said what? Right?
I said you are 1,000% correct.
And the person from his own mouth seems to have a immune problem. So why would you be handling a bird with an immune thing and then dictating to us about what science is and what science is? I can tell you one thing is, in practical science, don't follow that dude. It don't make no sense. Imagine, sir, you have a minor health situation that you've been dealing with, right? Mm-hmm. And are you going to be handling some goddamn wild ass bird while you have your problem, huh?
No, hell no.
And if you see somebody doing that, wouldn't you just say, brother, you're a walking contradiction?
Yep.
And anybody around him that is promoting him and doesn't say that's not good for what we're talking about, they're not friends, because friends tell you when you're wrong.
Right.
So look out for the parrot man, teaches science, and y'all tell him.
That's a good name for him. I like that. You called him the parrot man.
Yeah, look for the parrot man or the Markello, whatever it is, handling a bird, not with gloves, because we got gloves now, with his hands, and talking about science. And you ask yourself, is this the type of person that you want to follow?
Come on, Reggie, be bigger.
Immune disease, right, from his own mouth.
Nah, brother, you can't always be a bigger person.
You said what?
No, I'm talking about sometimes brother, you gotta fight back. Because bullies are always gonna come on and mess with you. And sometimes you gotta fight back, brother La. You got to. But let me do this real quick, Reggie. It's only gonna be like a minute. And this is the last one. When I left the brother, I jumped in a cab and he was African. Listen.
Love you, man.
Peace, brother. Love you too, man. Take it easy. Let me ask you a question, man. What part of Africa are you from?
Cameroon.
Cameroon.
Yeah.
What do you call yourselves in Cameroon?
I call myself?
Yeah, like Mandinka, Wolof.
Oh, no, Bamoun.
Bamoun.
Yeah.
You don't call yourselves African in Africa, right? You go by your tribal name, right?
Right.
See? And I keep trying to tell my people here, the only reason why you call them African is because that's what they think you only know them as.
Right.
But they don't. Yeah, tell it.
You're right. But because, like you say, if you ask me whether from some of them, maybe you might know. Say, if you say Bamum, you're gonna definitely know this guy from Africa. Not everybody.
Yes.
You're gonna say that. Where you from? I'm from Bamum. I'm Bamum, like you said. He was like, "Where's Bamum? Is that Africa?" So that's why I just said Africa directly, straight.
Right.
So
See, Africa is the continent.
It's the continent.
Is where you from.
And you don't even know exactly part of Africa I am coming from.
Right.
Like when I say Africa is in general, you don't even know if I'm from South or West. You see what I mean?
So what I want to say to y'all in closing of this subject right here, think about this for a minute, Reggie, and the people that's listening. When we walk around in America, we don't say to the people, if they say, "Oh, who are you?" "Oh, I'm American." We don't run around saying I'm American. When you walk up to a Dominican person and you ask them, "Who are you?" they will tell you, "I'm Dominican. I'm from Dominica. I'm from the land of Dominica." When you see a Puerto Rican, they'll tell you, "Oh, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm from Puerto Rico." Right? When you walk up to a Jamaican, they tell you, "I'm Jamaican. I'm from Jamaica." And so on and so on. The reason why we don't tell the people where we from, some of us say, "Yeah, I'm from the land of Africa," is because we've been stripped of a thorough knowledge of self. And we are our own people in America today, and we have never dealt with that yet. We have never dealt with that part of who we're going to be moving forward. I don't know why that is so hard for people to understand. Everybody in America know who they are. It's not semantics, idiot. It's not semantics, idiot. You just a fool and don't understand. That's all you are. You're still a fool. You're a captive slave in your mind. And so that's why we don't know who we are yet, because we never had a plebiscite, a vote to say who we're going to be moving forward. Simple as that. So when the Africans are on the continent of Africa, it could be an African coming from thousands and thousands of miles away to another place in Africa, and they say, "Who are you?" And he ain't gonna say, "Oh, I'm African." Think about how stupid that sounds. Think about that. That sounds foolish, don't that? Don't that? Was the Kemetic people saying that they were African? No. Was the Moors saying that they were African? No. Were the Hebrews? They denied it all the way. The Hebrews said, "No, I'm not African." See that? Only you. And here's another closing. Kim Nutter, you there?
Yeah.
Kim Nutter, let me ask you a question. What was Africa called before Africa?
Well, it never had a one united name.
There you go.
Different places called it different names. Like, I guess you can go with Kush, you can go with Tasseti, you can go with
the whole.
If you want like a more modern name.
I'm talking about the whole continent.
They never had a united name for the whole continent. That's what I'm telling you. But you got
You never
places
heard
that
them
called
say,
it through their region,
hold
like
on,
Alkebulan.
all right, stop right there. If Africa was called Akibuland first, how come we never called the so-called Africans, hey, Akibuland? Akibuland. He's Akibuland. We never said no crazy stuff like that. Hey, Akibuland. I'm Akibuland. Come on, brother. It's the same thing.
No, I get what you're saying, sa.neter. I'm just saying, even when they use the term Alkebulan,
yeah, go
no,
ahead.
even when they use the term Alkebulan, that was just for a specific region. And it never was for the whole land. People misconstrued that. When you look it up, you'll see it was for a specific region. But I get what you're saying, that your logic still stands that they didn't call themselves that.
Right.
But now when you deal with the dude you was dealing with in that video, I don't think he know enough about tribes in Africa to be able to say he from a particular tribe, so he just gonna say African. So he don't get it. But yeah, he definitely is wrong, and too many people made the example for him, and he just won't pick it up.
Thank you, Open Minds 33. I'm not saying we're not from the continent of Africa. Thank you. So when they ask me who am I, yeah, sometimes I'll be like, I don't know. Because in all reality, you really don't know. All we know right now is that we were taken from Africa and we've been stripped of our culture. So all I can say is, oh, where you from? Oh, I'm from Africa. That's all we could really say.
You already made the perfect example for him, so it's the same like being from California. If you're in California, You're not gonna say I'm a Californian. But if somebody outside of there asks you where you from, it's like repping your tribe in Africa is the same place like repping your city. I'm from this city.
Right.
When I'm outside of this city, I'm gonna just tell you I'm from the United States, or I'm gonna just tell you I'm from California.
Right.
That's how it works. But a lot of people don't know because they just don't understand the tribes. That's just like in Nigeria. And people in Nigeria, most of the time in Nigeria, probably don't call themselves Nigerian because it's so many tribes in Nigeria. They just don't tell you what tribe they from in Nigeria, rather than telling you just Nigeria. So you're right.
I am not from Puerto Rico. My father is Puerto Rican. I'm not Puerto Rican, Puerto Rico. You see? My mother's what they call African American. Been here all her life. I've been here all my life. All I know is African American so far. That's all. I don't know nothing about Puerto Rico or none of that. I grew up with my mother, not my father. Now, had I grown up with my father, I probably would have been Puerto Rican, Spanish with them for real. Y'all seen Puerto Ricans that look just like me, dark brown like me. So I didn't grow up with my father. I grew up with mommy. I don't know why that's also hard for these Negroes to understand. That's so hard for Negroes to understand. Oh man, you Puerto Rican, so no the hell I'm not. I have the blood of Puerto Rican in me. But as far as I know, I'm African American, quote unquote. That's what y'all would call me. Because I grew up with my mother in America from a baby all the way up until a grown-ass man. I don't know nothing about no Puerto Rico culture. I didn't grow up with that side of my family. So I hope y'all understand it. But sometimes people don't get it. Go ahead, Brother Kimnetta.
I know you made the point already, man. And everybody who you asked on the video made it very clear for dude. He just wasn't gonna be able to pick that up. I don't know if he to the age where he don't want to learn no more, but it was obvious that everybody made it super clear for dude.
Mm-hmm. Damn, I wish Suntan was here. I wish Rakufu was here. I got a special video for them, man. I got a special video.
Oh man, this must be some basketball talk for him, huh?
You know it is. Yeah. You know it is. And I'm gonna play it anyway. So here, catch the replay. New York fans, there's no fan like a New York Knicks fan. We the best that it is, man. Let me open up like that. We the best that it is. And when your wife or your girlfriend is on the topic and in the subject, baby, right now, while this game is on, we're not looking at you. You could come in with your thong on in the house and try to get me aroused and all that. We ain't paying attention to that. We might take a look and say, oh, baby, hold that until the game come off, and I'll deal with that. But right now, the game is on. You don't matter right now. You're not in no crisis. You just thirsty right now for your husband. So sit back and I'll deal with you when the game go off. Check it out.
Today, he's telling me that he can't come because he got invited last-minute tickets to the next game because it's playoff season. I'm already here at the restaurant. Fuck you mean you're not coming? Because it's fucking Knicks? I'm so confused. I'm so confused right now. So you standing me up. You're standing me up for the Knicks. Because you got Knicks tickets because they invited you last minute. What the fuck I got to do with me? We made plans. I'm already dressed and here. Why are you not here? For the Knicks? They lose every playoff. They lose every playoff. So you got more hope in them than me?
Damn right. Damn right.
You got me fucked up.
Breaking news. The Philadelphia 76 ERs have triggered a league-wide firestorm after enforcing strict ticket restrictions to block New York Knicks fans from invading their arena. Only residents within the greater Philadelphia area are allowed to purchase seats, with orders from outside regions being canceled instantly, a movie many are calling extreme, desperate, and even discriminatory. This shocking decision comes after last year's humiliation, when Knicks fans flooded the arena and turned home games into road environments, leaving Joel Embiid visibly frustrated. Now the franchise is drawing a hard line, but it's backfiring. Critics argue this proves the 76 ESers are afraid of losing control, not just on the court, but in the stands. Supporters, however, insist it's a necessary step to protect playoff intensity. The tension escalated further when Embiid publicly urged fans not to sell tickets, even offering to help financially, a statement that shocked many and fueled accusations of panic. Meanwhile, Knicks fans are already finding loopholes, determined to show up regardless. This isn't just basketball anymore. It's a cultural clash, a fan war, and a controversy that could overshadow the entire series.
If you ain't Heat fan, we fucking your baby mama, nigga. Yeah. I'm from New York. You can't survive this shit, nigga. I'm from fucking Brooklyn, and this Knicks all fucking day. Big Nick on my body. DJ Khaled, congratulations. You just lost another one. We gonna see how Miami, yeah? We gonna see how motherfuckers in Miami. What you talking about? Yeah, we here, baby. We here, baby. Miami's the city of rental cars and plastic surgery. Yeah. Fuck Miami. Go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. LeBron's a bitch. Fuck the Cavs. Fuck LeBron. Fuck everybody. Yo, LeBron. When we see you in the finals, bring that same energy, nigga.
The New York Knicks win a playoff series, and they fans go crazy.
Crazy. They're the best team ever created.
They shut the streets of New York City down for winning a playoff series, a game in the playoffs.
Double f***ing overtime! What the f***, baby? New York is back! Knicks are here, baby! The Knicks are here, baby! Fresh out the garden, baby! We're taking it all the way! We had de Blasio, we had Cuomo, it was rough, but we have the Knicks! That's New York! Knicks run New York City! Bing bong! Tell me a little something, KD. Don't you regret not coming to the Knicks? Don't you regret not coming to the Knicks? Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks! Real talk, I'm from New York, and you know what? Tom Brady's a Tom Brady, yo! Tom Brady. Where the bread at, Tom Brady? I need some bread. He owe me. Boston. Yo, you thought Trae Young was still good? He still ain't good at Dyke, man. You smoking on that Boston pack tonight, you heard? Trae Young! Trae Young! Trae Young! Trae Young!
Seeing the fans after our first playoff win at home, like, wow. Like being a part, like once you were a part of it, it was cool to see it from afar, but once you were a part of it, man, there's no better feeling.
Hey, yo, Jalen Brunson, I love you! Jalen Brunson, for me! We want Boston! There's three things that like I said, death, taxes, and the Knicks sweeping the
Oh, Trae Young, this ain't about you.
Trae Young's balding.
Look around.
Trae Young's balding.
You're in Washington. What the f*** you doing? Knicks in 4, baby. Let's go.
We want Boston.
Let's go, Knicks. We want Boston, baby. We the Knicks, baby.
We want Boston.
What colors are you, Shay? Fuck Reggie Miller. Oh my God, you Trae Young is lit, Trae Young. JB's the fucking MVP. He was OKC.
Everything I did was for the Knicks.
We got Kyle Shoe out here. We don't just talk. We put our money where our mouth is, bro. Jalen Brunson, my fucking baby daddy. If I see animated, I'm going to fuck him up. Halliburton. Fucking New York. We don't fuck Trae Young. Suck my dick. Oh, Donald Trump, give me 10 minutes so I can save the city, man. Knicks is 6. Everybody want to talk about how Shay's the MVP. We only got one MVP. His name is Jalen fucking Brunson. Knicks is fine. Ping this. Cali and OKC. Knicks is 6 on the way.
Ain't nothing like a New York Knicks fan, baby. I'm telling you. It's gonna go down like this in no other city.
Joel Embiid, come take these hands, bitch!
We don't need Tuesday. Fuck that Philly. Fuck Meek Mill. And fuck Joe Biden.
What the fuck, Joe Biden?
When niggas catch you in Philly, we gon' fuck you up. I'll wipe my fucking ass with that. Fucking boo. Smoke some weed. Joel Embiid was sending your ass to China. So give me
That nigga do it. Nigga, is that a monkey?
the Italian fucking Italian. We are the New York Knicks. Suck on the New York Knicks. Go New York, go New York, go. If I had a sister, I'd let Jalen Brunson and the entire New York Knicks run a fucking train on her tonight.
What the fuck is going on in New York, bro? What is going on, bro? Nah.
Down the
Let's go next! We doing this! And for the whole nation of Philly, bring outside of life is the Knicks. Everything I did is for the Knicks. I was there when we had nothing. Nothing. What do y'all have now? Nigga, we got Jalen Brunson. We got OG Anunoby. Miguel Bridges. Got Daddy. Oh my God. And the heart of the garden. Josh Hart. Yo, we're gonna win a championship there. I swear. I know it. I feel it in my heart. We're gonna win a championship this year. And all the niggas that was hating said that was fucking whack.
What y'all say to Trae Young?
Yo, Trae Young, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for absolutely nothing.
Yo, man. Ain't nothing like a New York Knicks fan, man. I'm telling you, we got to go all the way this year, baby. We got to, man. We got to. We got to go all the way, man. Y'all don't understand what it's like for us to, is brother crying? Well, I tell you what, y'all might see me crying if we go to the championship and win this shit. For real, I'm gonna be on that goddamn float. I'm gonna be with them. And you saying it's not happening? Hey, if it don't happen this year, it's gonna happen next year when we get Giannis. Giannis just want to come to New York. Understand that. Sa.neter, what you got to say?
I'm gonna start from the beginning. the dude that left her on that date, he is scabby for that. He cold for that because they had plans. I don't care about no last minute invite to the game. You got to be ready to not deal with that sister after making that decision. or you gonna have to go through whatever she gonna put you through. Now, on them ticket sales, they is scabby for that. How you gonna not sell tickets just because the New York Knicks fans want to come out and y'all own punk ass fans don't want to show up?
Did you
That ain't y'all fault.
Man, MB begged. He begged the Philly organization not to sell tickets to the New York Knicks fans, brother.
Yeah, that's some BS right there. Just because
then he said, if you need money, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you.
It sounds like they want the stands to be quiet so they can try to focus.
Man,
that's some BS. That's some BS right there. How you gonna not allow fans to come out and buy tickets no matter where they from? If y'all bum ass fans ain't coming out, that's y'all bum ass fans' fault. You know?
Right.
And yeah, y'all fans is going crazy.
But New York is gonna be in there. You ain't see nothing, brother. If you click on YouTube and go New York Knicks fans go wild, you'll see a lot of crazy stuff, brother. They burning people's shirts, jerseys. Some dude came walking through there. I think he had on a Philly shirt, and they was trying to rip that shit off of him. The cops had to escort him out. Now, I don't condone that because it's just a fan, man. You know, I don't condone that type of stuff. You know, let him live, man. Let that brother live. He got a right.
That's just doing too much. That's just doing too much. You can talk all the crap to him while he walking past, but don't get to touching him. That's just too much.
I don't agree with none of that part right there. You know, that's just crazy. You know? But yeah, it's on tonight. We got to win this game tonight, man. We got to beat them tonight.
Yeah. If y'all pull it off, that'll be great for y'all. I don't know, but y'all better not be jinxing yourselves out there, because if y'all don't pull it off, I'm gonna expect you to not be in that hole hiding.
Well, if I don't pull it off, you know I'm gonna be in the hole hiding. I don't even want to come up there. I don't even want to come on YouTube probably for a whole week, man.
Yeah, you know everybody go get you, son. You know they go get you, son.
Yeah, look at Brother Lai. Brother Lai says, shaking my head, all for a game. This is not just a game, Brother Lai. Brother Lai, let me try to make this understanding clear to you. The New York Knicks is equivalent to me like Allah is to you, brother. Like Prophet Muhammad is to you, brother. Jalen Bronson, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, the cat. That's right there to me. That's Allah to me, brother. That right there, that's
serious for some people, son.
That come together, that's Allah, brother.
You see, old boy was ready to give his sister up for the train. He said he crazy with it.
Right. Yo, did you see the young brother that said, and I know you missed it, when he said, Jalen Bronson is my baby daddy.
I heard that. He tripped me out with that.
He said Jalen Bronson.
He did a dance. He said, we got baby daddy.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? So, Brother La, understand, just like you believe in Allah, I believe in the Knicks, bro. I've been a Knicks fan since yay high, waiting for a championship. So you got to understand, if I don't believe in religion no more, if I don't believe in Jesus, if I don't believe in God, if I don't believe in Allah, that stuff don't mean nothing to me. So that's why it may sound crazy to y'all, because that's what y'all believe in. I believe in the Knicks, baby. That's what I believe in.
Ain't no real talk, son. That's a real line right there. That's a bar, because I know some people that been believing in basketball longer than they ever been in religion, to the point where they gaming or they sport that they believe in become their religion. They believe in it that hard. I've known some people like that, son, that don't rock with no religion, but they won't let nothing come in between their sport.
The Knicks is my religion, bro. Come on, man. I don't know where y'all been at, but man, listen, I haven't seen the Knicks win in all my life, and I can't wait for that, man. And if they win, You best to see. Y'all might not see me crying because I won't be on the air, but I might be crying, goddammit. Like, yo, we did it. We fucking did it. Couldn't believe it. And I'll be out there on them floats. What's up, brother La?
What I was first and foremost, as always, peace and blessings to everybody as well as your families, man.
Yes,
When I
sir.
was talking about
I know I sound crazy. I know.
no,
They said,
no. I mean,
no, the people. Sorry, you sound crazy. Again.
what I was more so talking about, Senator, is grabbing people's shirts and ripping their shirts off and getting violent over a basketball game. Where, in a sense, if you got sick, not near one of them players would ever send you nothing on no medical bill. Wish you well, nothing. Like,
But guess what, brother La?
I'm listening, bro.
Allah won't either. Prophet Muhammad ain't coming back to give you nothing either. He ain't coming to visit you. See what I'm saying?
Why you doing like that, Sa?
Anything you say about the Knicks or whatever, and the fans, that's the same way I can do with religion.
I guess comparing apples and oranges, I get it.
But I agree with you, brother La. They shouldn't be putting their hands on nobody for that at all.
I don't do that. Yeah.
But I mean, for situations, me personally, I believe for situations like that, they know who to touch and who not to touch.
Nah.
Yeah, I see a lot of that.
Nah,
I
don't
just see a
think
lot
so,
of
brother
that.
La. You could be walking, if you walk through there, I dare you, brother La, to walk through the game is tonight. I dare you to walk out there with a Philadelphia jersey on. You know how many people you gonna have to swing on? We talking about thousands of people, brother La. And once they get you on the ground, they stomping you out, brother.
And that's why he say though, they know who to do it to because they get you in numbers.
You only got 2 hands and 2 feet, brother. Now, I don't condone none of that craziness. Don't get me wrong. I don't condone it. That's crazy. They take it too far. But hey, man, we've been crying for a long time, bro. Yeah.
Ain't nothing more precious than being at home watching it on television.
I agree, bro. That I want to go out there so bad, but I can't get caught up in the middle. Oh man, you know J.R. Smith? What do you think happened to J.R. Smith? They love J.R. Smith so bad. He was walking. Oh, you saw it. See? He was walking in the crowd and they loved him.
And they trampled on him.
They trampled on JR. Like, JR, what was in your mind, bro, going out there in that crowd? That was crazy. I'm like, damn, JR, you can't do that, brother.
It's that reefer.
Yeah, he had the weed in his hand, too. JR was walking. He thinking he down. He smoking, trying to be in the Nick family, bro. They love you. You was a Nick. But, man, that was, and yeah, he was drunk, too. He looked like he was drunk.
That's that reefer. That's what it was, that reefer.
Yep, that's what it was. Yep.
Brother La, don't try to slide the reefer on it, man.
No, he was high. He was high as hell. He had the smoke in his hand. When
but that don't mean he can't go out there and have a good time and not get trampled.
No, but you don't go in that type of environment right there. Why you think players have guards and bodyguards? You can't go in that crowd.
But that could have happened to him sober.
He should have known better to go into a crowd like that, period.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he should have known better than that. He should have never wanted to know crowd anyway.
Yeah. That's crazy. But anyway, Brother La, what you got, man? What do you think about the argument that we had earlier as far as the Africans not calling themselves African on the continent?
I knew that for a fact.
Oh, see? There you go. There you go. What do you think about that, Kim Netta?
We know that, man. They go by their tribal name. That's regular. That's why I said OG just either don't want to learn or he just don't know enough and he just locked into what he think he know.
My thing that I was having a conversation somewhat with if I'm not mistaken, I think it was King J. I was asking him some questions. But I think that a lot of people were comparing tribes, families, and clan and combining them all in one. And I don't think you can do that.
I'm getting it right here. Here it is, right here. I'm gonna show you the JR episode. I'm getting it. For the people that didn't see it, let me see if I can catch some of it right here.
That was crazy.
Man, I'm glad his ass is alive, man, because JR, you don't do that shit. I bet you he won't do it again, though. He won't do it again. We all know you're a Knicks fan, but you J.R. Smith. And it wasn't the intention that the people wanted to hurt you. You just can't go in there because they love you, but they're going to all grab on you. Like, they love Beyonce. You think Beyonce could walk in a damn crowd? Hell no. Hell no, she can't walk in a crowd like that. You think Jay-Z and them can walk in a crowd like that? No. They can't do that. Okay, here we go, right here. Let me put it in there. Pause. Yeah, I don't want Cameron and Mace clowning me and shit.
Yeah.
Y'all seen him? Y'all see him walking in? Look. Look at that right there. How you going in that, JR? There you go. He fell. They trampled him. Yeah, that's gonna hurt him. JR crazy as fuck. You hear girls screaming, JR, get up! Get up, JR, get up! Oh man, that's crazy. Crazy, man.
He'll do it again. He went out there expecting that. He'll do it again.
Yeah, he'll do it again.
He'll do it. It wasn't that bad. Hey, no, man, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah, he ain't dropped that blunt. He ain't let that
go. Have a good time, man. That's just like if it was a beer. He'd have held that thing.
Yep. Real talk, man.
Yeah, when you a person like that and you go in the crowd like that, you know they're gonna bum rush you. He didn't expect to fall, but he definitely expected to be in the crowd just like that.
Yeah, no doubt.
So sa.neter, you decided not to show the show, I see.
Yeah, the people don't want to support me on that, so I just put it back into the crates, man. I put it back in the crate. They don't want to show love.
Which one? Which one you talking about?
The Apostle and
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I don't know why they. I don't know. I guess they don't want to. They don't want to make Apostle look bad. They supporting him by not supporting it.
Yeah, I might. You know, I think I might just give it up. Give it up. You know, I should, and I don't know.
I mean, it's your decision ultimately. I mean, it was a real good one to see for sure, but you know, it's on you.
Yeah.
What I would like to see is if Apostle is going to give an apology.
Well, Apostle is so mad right now that he's ready to call everybody out. He's ready to call people out, man. He is so upset that Reggie's still doing interviews with Morpheus. You know, he's upset and he's ready to call out people, man.
Well, he did do the first show after the debate, so it's like it's his fault.
Yeah.
He started it, like, so.
Damn, how come I smell weed right now? That shit coming through my
you can't be throwing rocks and then hiding your hand and then complain when somebody throw a rock back.
I mean, the weed coming through my window. So is somebody smoking across or down somewhere.
You having too much fun smelling it, Si. Chill out.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, it's gonna take you back.
What I've learned from being thus far being in New York in these last couple of years is New York City is oversaturated with West Coast marijuana.
Yes, 100%. And brother La, I was up here talking about it before, and I said it's not the same no more. Like when we were coming up, now they add so much stuff to the weed. It's not real weed no more. What do you think about it?
No, it's still marijuana because at the end of the day, you only have two different strands. You have indica and you have sativa.
No, but when you add stuff to it to make it Obama, to make it peaches, to make it strawberry,
look,
like strawberry, you got to be adding something to it.
See, sa.neter, they got natural foods and stuff that you can give your plants that change the sweetness and stuff in it. That's not no crazy stuff. But you got some people who use bad pesticides when growing their weed and stuff like that. And those are people you got to watch out for. It's not the plant food or the crossbreeding, because a lot of the strands that get crossbred, they just splicing them. They take one clipping and they put them together, and that's a cross right there. That's not the
Hey, hold on. I got the one and only the Apostle on the line. Apostle, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, man? How y'all doing?
I want you to know we live. I got Brother La on the live. I got sa.neter. And do you want to make a statement or a call out right now? Because somebody brought your name up.
Who brought my name up?
It don't matter. But do you want to make a statement? A call out?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Based on a video.
I told him that you were tired of seeing Reggie and Morpheus still making these videos.
Yeah. So, and the most recent one they dealt with is the crimes that Christ committed. He broke Roman law and he broke Jewish law. So since they went, look, I'm on a challenge both of them. Like Reggie debated the three Hebrews. I'm challenging Morpheus because I might as well challenge both of them because and Brother Lie because they study together. They in other words, when I debate Morpheus, I'm debating them. So I might as well just go ahead and say Reggie, Morpheus, and Brother Lie.
And didn't I tell you when we was on the phone, Apostle? Didn't I tell you to leave Brother Lie out of it, right? I said, yo, leave Brother Lie out of it, man.
But
didn't I tell you that? Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah, you did, but then you called me back and you know, you said, Pastor, you right. So, but if Brother Lie don't want to get this challenge,
right?
If Brother Lie don't want to get this slap, he ain't got to get it. He can back down. He can forfeit. He can forfeit. But I'm challenging then Reggie. I'm challenging then Reggie and Morpheus from biblical standpoints of the Bible. Prove that Christ broke Roman law. Prove that Christ broke the Torah. Prove it in a formal debate.
And Brother La, I don't know if you notice or not, Brother La, and I'm not saying this. You said it. You said Morpheus lost, brother, without saying he lost. You did. You said it. You don't know what you're saying. Let me remind you. This is what you said. Apostle asked you, did he prove that Jesus was a liar and a fraud? And what was your answer?
No.
You said no. So right there, you are saying he lost.
No, what I said was going by the text, which is the Torah.
I'm not saying Morpheus lost. I'm saying you said it to your
What
man.
I'm saying is this: me standing back as a person that's not in the debate, and also standing back from saying that Jesus is a liar, Esau is a liar, this or this. I made it perfectly clear from the beginning. I don't agree with none of what Morpheus is saying. But if we're going on the text, if we're going on the text,
yeah, you digging yourself a bigger hole now.
Getting deeper and deeper, because I want to know what text is it? What text in the Torah did he break? What text in the Torah shows him to be a liar?
All right. All right. So, Apostle, just so we can have it on the record. So now, since we're gonna have this conversation, because you added me into the equation. That being the case, what you said just a minute ago was, what you just said a minute ago was myself, Morpheus, and Reggie, brother Reggie, got a fade coming. So with that being the case, what I'm asking you, Elder, is this: what would the conversation be about, and what would the debate be about for us to engage with anything towards with you?
Man, see, now you acting stupid. What did I say?
I'm asking you a simple question, sir.
Okay, and I answered it. When I called in, what did I say? Based on biblical teaching, prove what scripture proves that Christ broke Roman law or Christ broke the Torah law. What scripture? I don't want to hear based on Torah, he did it. No. What scripture in Torah? What scripture in the Bible shows? I don't want to talk about an accusation. I'm saying what scripture shows, because it's my picture that Christ is the only human being that never committed sin.
Well, one of them I would say that he broke was the Passover.
Never. He never broke the Passover. And so you said that when Walter said that,
yeah, I said in the New Testament. There was a New Testament that says that changed the Passover stuff. Yes.
No, it didn't change it.
Yes.
It never changed. No.
Oh, so if it never changed, so if it never changed, then that means he broke the Passover, brother.
Where? What law?
I got to go back and get it from the video.
Yeah,
I got to go back and get it from when Morpheus broke that down.
Yeah, well, Morpheus was lying.
No, he wasn't. He read it. He read it. He ain't lying.
Well, he worked on the Sabbath.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was working on the Sabbath.
Brother, no. I'm telling you right now, Christ is the Sabbath. Christ is the Sabbath.
And that makes it even worse because he's not supposed to be working.
No. It's impossible for Christ to break the Sabbath law. That's why he said the Sabbath was made for man and not man for the Sabbath. He said, which one of you having a lamb that fall into a ditch on the Sabbath and would not pull that lamb out of the ditch to save that lamb's life? Which one of you would not do so?
sa.neter.
In that instruction, they say to do good on the Sabbath is lawful. That's like a nurse. A nurse healing. Is she not to heal because it's a Sabbath day.
Hey, Apostle.
It's not a doctor.
Apostle. Go ahead, Brother Lie.
What I think would probably be the best thing to do.
Because you know you're long-winded, and I gotta let people in. Go ahead, Brother Lie.
What I think would be the best thing to be for everybody to do is to actually sit back with your scriptures, with your Torah in front of you, and a notepad and a pen. And if sa.neter decides to show forth the debate between Morpheus and Apostle, watch it from the beginning introduction to the end of the debate and just jot down notes. Then after jotting down notes, go back to the Torah and go to the scriptures that we're having discussions about in the debate and see the comparisons.
Only thing I'm telling you, brother, because what you doing is fugazi. You making up an excuse. I gave you a walk route.
I'm not making an excuse at all, Apostle.
No. Stop interrupting me, man.
I apologize, sir.
Say what you wanted to say. I'll let you say what you wanted to say.
I apologize, sir.
I'll let you say that. All right. So I'll let you get it out. So let me get this out.
Yes, sir.
I gave you your out. If you don't want to be a part of the debate, you can say right now, I don't want to have nothing to do with that. Because I don't want to put you in jeopardy of falling short and not being able to stand 10 toes on your Quran.
So you bowing out, Brother Lie? You gonna bow out or what?
I don't want to put you on the spot.
What I'm saying to you, Apostle, sa.neter, what I'm saying to you, Apostle, is this, as well as sa.neter. The depiction that's being presented in regards to Jesus is not the same as Esau. So if I'm going what the Torah says over the Quran, I'm sticking 110% with the Quran. So now if you want to have that discussion in regards to the Quran and the Torah in regards to Esau, I'm willing to not run away from the smoke. I'm going to run to it.
Ooh, wow. Leave it alone, Apostle.
But
leave him alone now.
Look, I feel the same way about Jesus that I feel about Esau.
No,
okay, I don't know no man. I don't know no man named Esau, since you want to single that out. I don't know no man named Jesus. Only reason why I'm using that terminology is because that's what people understand. Okay? That's what people understand. There never was a man in first century Palestine with the name Jesus. Okay? And there never was a man in first century Palestine with the name of Esau. Okay? So that's not his name. So we're not going to play these games. The only reason why I'm using the word Jesus is because that's what most common people understand.
I know that, sir.
I try my best. Well, then don't play games with me.
I'm not playing no games.
I gave you
better than that, Elder.
I gave you.
I've always said, and sa.neter can vouch for this. I've always said in regards for the Torah and the scripture, Apostle was a juggernaut. Have I not said that, sa.neter?
Yes, you said that.
That being the case, what I'm going to say is this. Huh?
I don't know what the juggernaut is.
A force to be reckoned with.
What does that mean? Oh, okay.
What I'm going to say once again is this. If the conversation is primarily for Torah and what's in the Torah from a Hebrew Israel, from a Hebrew Israelite standpoint, by all means, I'm bowing out of that. I'll give you that. I'm out of it.
Okay. All right, I'll give you that. I would never.
But let him finish.
Not unless.
Let him finish, Apostle.
Now, with that being the case, I'll stay out of it. But if we're talking about what's in the Torah in regards to Esau and what's in the Quran in regards to Esau, the scripture is just entirely different. The depiction you give is not the same as it is in the Quran.
But brother La, there
From a
be
historical standpoint, from a historical standpoint, as well as from a religious standpoint.
But brother La, there'd be no Esau if it wasn't for Jesus, brother, of the Bible. And there would be no Musa if it wasn't for Moses in the Bible. All y'all did was change the name up when y'all created the Quran, brother. What did you say to that?
And they didn't add, and they didn't go in detail.
Right.
They skirmished around it.
Right. And then you changed up the story a little bit for Moses,
Right. That's
Musa,
all. That's
and
all.
for Jesus, Esau. That's all. Y'all just
That's
changed
all.
it up. So that means you just changed the word of God from what God was saying in the Torah, brother. So when I say you, I'm not saying you personally. I'm saying those are criminals, man. They created a lot of blasphemy, brother. The people who wrote the Quran did some blasphemy because they changed up the word. No, ain't no astaghfirullah. They changed up the word inshallah. They changed up the words of Jesus from what it was saying in the Bible, the Torah, and they changed up the word what they were saying about Moses in the Torah.
Right.
So that's astaghfirullah, brother. That is astaghfirullah.
Right.
What do you got to say about that?
Right.
I said what I said.
Okay. So
All right.
I mean,
And let me say this, Morpheus used Corinthians, said that Christ lied, but he did what he always do. He read one line. Like, at least you read the full scripture, the full text. Morpheus reads one line in the text and thereby make his summation. I ain't never seen nobody do that.
I would tell you, Apostle, don't debate Morpheus no more because now you know. I think Morpheus will get you because Morpheus know Hebrew now. You don't really know.
Morpheus is not.
You don't know how to read Hebrew.
Morpheus
and Morpheus
don't know. Morpheus don't know. Stop.
That's not the case.
Don't.
That's not the case.
Morpheus.
What you mean that's not the case,
Morpheus.
brother?
Hold on, man. Let me respond to that. Because they Yiddish that Morpheus is speaking, that ain't biblical Hebrew. I let Giant Lex, who I don't even agree with, because he speak modern Hebrew. Morpheus ain't even speaking, he's mixing it with Arabic. I got an ear for that. He's saying he's studying, but he's lying. Like he's lying about everything else. And I can prove it. That Morpheus cannot read biblical Hebrew based on the paleo. That Yiddish, he's making some Yiddish comments in what he's studying. What he's saying he's reading, he is not reading.
Yeah, Apostle.
But you people.
Apostle speaks the Abaya. Abaya.
Which doesn't exist.
What?
Tell him again, La. Tell him again, La.
Hold on. Once again, Morpheus, only those that don't have a sound. It wasn't what Morpheus spoke was Yiddish. Okay? And what Morpheus is lying about, those small hats that are there now in Israel came to Israel did not exist before the 6th century AD.
Indigenous black man is crazy. He said, "Apostle speaks yabba dabba do."
That's my brother. That's my brother. That's my brother.
Oh man,
he didn't come with a joke. That's my brother. Though. He didn't come with a joke, but that's my brother. Now, in all seriousness, I do not speak modern Hebrew, but I know it when I hear it. I know it when I hear it.
Hold up, Apostle.
Brother, which means it doesn't make sense.
Hold on, Apostle.
I recognize words.
Hold on, Apostle. Go ahead, Brother Lai. You can't be controlling the whole conversation, Apostle. Go ahead.
And I want to go after.
Because you basically made a statement saying that Morpheus combined Arabic with Hebrew. But you know they're both sister languages. You know that. Sister and brother languages. Do you or do you not know that?
They are, but according to the small hats that are in Israel, what they speaking is not Arabic. They are speaking modern Hebrew. Okay, they're using a Hebrew alphabet, but in some of the pronunciation of words are mixed in with Yiddish. Just like I don't know Arabic, but when I hear it spoken, I recognize Arabic. That is Arabic that's being spoken. So I don't know why you said that. Don't make no sense. I don't know no Arabic, but I recognize it.
All right, Apostle.
When it's being spoken.
All right, let me go to the next one. Who said they want to go next? Kim Netta, go ahead.
Me, yeah. Morpheus also showed, like I was saying, how he worked on the Sabbath. He committed blasphemy by making himself equal to God. He showed that he was a false prophet because it showed that in Deuteronomy 18 through 20, well, 18, 20 through 22, it said mandate that if a person is supposed to be a prophet, speak words that don't come to pass, then he a false prophet. He told them people he was going to return within a generation. It's been 2,000 years past. He didn't come back still. So it was a whole lot of that. And that's just a few of the examples because I don't want to keep digging into it in case Morpheus just want to come back and redo it or you show it. But he shows so many different ways where he just broke all of that down, man. And
now, Apostle, you are a good Bible believer and a good Bible speaker, but sometimes you never admit when you're wrong. And when they could show you in the Bible, let me finish. When they show you in the Bible and you read in scriptures, you keep making excuses, brother, instead of saying, you know what, that's right. That right there is a powerful statement you can't get out of. You can't get out of that. When Jesus said he was going to come back before the generation, and he didn't come back. Go back.
No. He said, I say, this generation shall not pass. This generation.
Right, but the generation passed already.
Right. It has not passed. The generation has not passed.
Damn, you hear this, Kim Netta?
It still exists.
Yeah, I would like for him to show us what a generation is and show us how long a generation lasts. Because he's tripping right now.
There you go.
You're the only one that don't understand.
Okay, no, stop, y'all. Please let me talk.
Go ahead and talk.
How many years is in between the generation?
That's an easy one. That's an easy one.
You can tell us how many years is in between the generation, then, Apostle, please.
Yo, let him talk. Kim Netta, let him talk.
That's what he always do. That's what he always do.
Go ahead and talk, Apostle.
All right, when he said, standing there talking to them, He said, some of you that stand here now shall not pass the generation. Some of you will not pass until you see.
Sa.neter,
and they will not pass.
Pull up the scripture,
And
Sa.neter.
they pull up the scripture, and they will not pass. He said, even the one that pierced me. What he is saying, they are going to see the Son of Man coming in his glory.
And
if you know anything about the resurrection, if you know anything, they're going to see it when he returns. Yes, he returned.
But they gone now, bro. That generation is died.
That does not matter what he said.
Sa.neter, I texted to you in the back chat in your personal one so you can pull up the scripture because I'm on my phone, but I gave you the exact ones it is.
Brother, I wish y'all would listen to me. Stop interrupting me. They shall, just like the graves were open when Christ was on the cross, and those that died before got.
Apostle.
Bible says in Revelation, blessed is he that have part in the first resurrection, because the second resurrection has no power. So there is going to be a resurrection of the dead. There's going to be a resurrection. There is going to be a change of those that are alive.
But that's why you would never be. That's why you would never be a real good Bible teacher, because
y'all.
Let me finish, man. Let me finish. Because you never could be honest with the scripture. You constantly lie when we show it to you, Apostle. You constantly lie on the scripture and act like it don't exist.
I'll tell you what. Call your buddy.
You gonna put me in there too? Or you gonna debate me too? I'm not gonna debate you.
Then stop jumping in. Regardless of what you think, regardless of your opinion, keep it to yourself. Because I can give Netta to it. He's more stupid. He's more stupid than Morskins.
Damn, man.
See, don't let him start calling me names. So I know you always do that with y'all, right? Then if I respond, then I'm gonna be wrong.
No name calling, Apostle.
If I respond, I'm wrong.
See, that's the problem. I did not call him a name. I'm talking.
You said I'm stupid.
That's right. That's not calling you a name.
When I go back out, I'm gonna have some for you.
Calling you a name is.
Gotta wait till they get it.
It would have been different if you said I was ignorant on the subject matter, but to call me stupid, that is calling me a name.
Okay. So I apologize with your ignorant ass.
There you go.
Because you are ignorant. You are ignorant of the scriptures. Now, let me finish, man. Because y'all don't understand scripture. When Christ made that statement, come on, man, can I finish?
Finish. You just
Christ made.
Apostle, you just take too long.
Right.
Yeah, but because I keep getting interrupted.
No.
Yeah, because you take too long.
Because I keep getting interrupted.
Because you take too long. People want to speak, brother. That's why.
But they gotta hold their peace, just like I gotta hold my peace. I'm an older gentleman. I don't talk as fast as these guys. You can't expect Professor Smalls get up in here and talk fast as y'all. You gotta allow me that.
Brother, go on, man. You don't have to keep explaining.
God damn. So you can't expect. Christ made that statement. You got to know he knew what he was saying. Because there are people, even Malcolm X know the difference when he said there's some among us that are dead. Though they're alive, they are like dead men. You got to understand the metamorphosis in which Christ is speaking there, or the paradigm in which Christ is prophesying. And what he said, but since you can't take it from me, call your expert Tazaria and have him explain it to you. That same verse, and ask him, did Christ lie?
All right, let me say
And I
something.
guarantee it. No, my shit. Go,
All right,
go
let me
ahead.
say something real quick, Apostle, and you can finish. You cannot, Apostle, give, you got to shake the dust off your feet, man, and leave it as a testimony against the people. You trying to explain to people who don't believe, and you're not supposed to do that. You're going against your own belief system when you do that. You sitting on here on the panel trying to explain the righteousness of God to people who don't believe. And you should know better than that, man. You are elder. That's all I'm saying in your defense. You preach to the people who believe, because the ones who
preach
don't,
to the choir. That sounds crazy. Just preach to the choir. That's not true, Suntan.
Yes, it is true.
No, Suntan. Listen, that's only truthful in that stupid Bible. But we don't talk to the people who believe like us, who understand like us. You got to go out and get the flock and wake the other people up. See, only the stupid Bible will tell you to talk to only the people who believe.
No,
They don't want you, brother. I'm talking. When you go to the people, you speak to the people so that you can be able to educate them. No. You don't preach to the choir. That's what the Bible wants you to do. Speak to the choir. That's stupid. That's dumb.
You preach. Can I speak now?
You preach. Hold on.
No, Apostle, you hold on. Apostle, you hold on, because I cut Suntan off. Let Suntan continue.
And we'll take it away from religion, right?
Yeah.
So you done met two young cats on the street. You like the cats, and they out doing some dumb stuff. You tell them one day, y'all chill, let's have this conversation. You kicking knowledge with them, and they be, look, man, you don't tell me this and that. What do you do? So you let them niggas go and learn for themselves. You don't push on no information to nobody who not trying to receive it. Now we got to speak. Listen, I'm going to say this and let you go. Wisdom is more better than, it's not better, but to have wisdom is to be able to accept that somebody won't accept the knowledge that you're trying to give to them. A person with wisdom would just move on. You can't beat nothing into nobody who don't want to accept it. Now go ahead.
Yeah. See what Apostle got. Apostle have knowledge, but he don't have understanding. Apostle have knowledge. Apostle have knowledge, but he don't have no wisdom. Right. And so he's missing two. He's missing understanding and wisdom. So he got knowledge of the Bible, but he don't have understanding of the Bible, and he don't have the wisdom of the Bible. That's why he always trying to defend shit that's undefensible. You can't defend stuff. When we show you the scriptures, what do he do? I don't understand. No, Apostle, you don't understand. You don't understand.
It's easy. Okay, so now it's easy to say that. Those are but words. But let me show you both where you're wrong. Because my audience right now is not limited to those that's on the panel. Ain't you live?
Yes.
So my audience right now, how many people's listening in the chat?
260 so far.
So right now, my audience is the panel and the chat. So I'm trying to convince.
Yeah, Apostle think belief is fact. right.
Let me finish. Because see, I'm showing you what understanding and what wisdom is, and who's lacking it. Because my audience is beyond the panel, and there will come a time Well, I will have to stop talking to people that don't want to hear. And when that time comes, I will do that. I will stop. But God has not told me to stop yet. Speaking, there will come a time that I will stop preaching on these airs. Not just sa.neter, all of it. But that is not today. He has not shown me that. Now that's some wisdom for you.
Let me ask you, Apostle, do you think
and some understand?
Do you think your belief is facts, Apostle?
They're facts to me, sir.
Oh man, the dude
and
is
I
right.
have reasons.
So the brother is right. He said Apostle think belief is facts. See, that's why I said you done. Just by saying
See,
that,
that's
you're
the
done.
problem with y'all. That's the problem with y'all. Y'all are limited.
Wow.
You're limited. Wow. I have reasons. I have sound reasons to believe that my facts are right.
Damn.
God has shown me.
You mean your beliefs? You mean your beliefs, not facts. You mean your beliefs is right.
Right. But my beliefs leads to my. There are circumstances. What they call circumstantial.
Give me one of your beliefs. Give me one of your beliefs.
No,
that is facts right now.
I done gave you many.
Listen to me. Give me a belief that is facts to you. Go ahead.
That Christ was born and that he grew up and that he was judged. He was sentenced, that he died.
Okay, I got you. Now listen.
And then on the third day.
Now listen.
And on the
third day, what? Go ahead.
On the third day, he rose.
Okay, now stop.
Just like the Bible says.
Now stop. Now you said that is a fact, right?
I believe it to be a fact.
All right, demonstrate it to us. Show it to us. Prove it right now.
He can't.
Prove it right now. I can't prove it.
Of course. So how is it a
fact?
How? Hold up, Apostle. How is it a fact if you can't prove it, bro? That means it's a belief, Apostle. It's only a fact if you can prove it to us and show it to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, show us that he rose on the third day. Show it to us.
Okay.
I can only show you
let me back away from that.
Thank you.
Because I'm not going to deal with that. I back away from that.
Thank you.
I back away from that. There's a fact.
Yeah.
There's a fact. There's a fact that in December the 27th of 1987, that my mother called me on the phone and prophesied to me that God told her that he was going to give me this baby. And that's a fact. She had no reason to believe that other than God speaking to her. It's circumstantial, but it will stand up in the court of law.
Okay, give me a fact in the Bible.
That's a fact.
All right, give me a fact in the Bible, brother. That's
all of it is still the same.
Give me a belief. Give me a belief in the Bible that you call facts, that you can say that these are facts. You can't give me not one. See?
Yeah, I can.
So give me some. Come on.
Christ prophesied to his disciples when they was on her in the temple.
And these are facts.
Yeah, because the temple is no longer said that temple.
All right.
There's no longer there.
All right, so here's what I'm asking you. Prove that Christ ever existed and prove that his disciples ever existed. Prove it to me. Or is this a belief that you just going by?
Listen, it's still a belief.
All right, then. So if you can't prove it, then it's not a fact, Apostle. You can't prove to us that Christ existed and that he spoke to disciples.
You're asking, but that is what they call physical natural proof.
Never happened, Apostle. What I'm trying to tell you is that what you're saying never really happened. It's only a belief.
Prove Prove it didn't happen.
No, it's
Prove it didn't happen.
Brother, I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at it. It didn't happen. It don't exist.
How?
What you mean, how? Christ never really. There's no such thing as a Jesus Christ that ever existed.
Prove it.
The burden of proof is on you to prove to us
If you
that there
believe
was a
that,
Christ.
if that's your belief, if that is your belief,
It's not my
prove it.
It's not my belief. It's a fact.
No. Then prove it since it's a fact. If it's a fact, you should be able to prove.
No, my
Christ
brother.
never existed.
No, my brother.
Oh, no,
The
no,
burden
brother.
of listen,
No,
man,
brother.
Apostle. Listen, man. The burden of proof is on you, Apostle, not me. I'm telling you that it never existed. He never was here. It never happened. So now the burden of proof is on you, not on me. I'm telling you it's not real. It don't exist. How can I prove it don't exist? Because we looking at it. We see it. It don't exist. So now the burden of proof is on you to prove to the world that Jesus did exist. Not me.
And that's your belief.
It's not a belief, bro. I don't have no goddamn belief. You either know, and I know that Jesus never existed. And the way to prove that I'm wrong is to prove it to me that he did exist, and you can't do it. So I'm telling you, it's not my belief. It's me knowing. It's the absolute. You can't dispute the absolute, brother.
Look up circumstances, evidence. Look up circumstances, evidence. They can prove a murder without a body. It used to be with the you can't prove a murder. Or circumstances, evidence. Today,
King J, man, what do you got to say to this, King J?
I try to not to deal with.
Apostle, why don't you, Apostle, hit the link, man, because my phone dying.
Yeah, look, I can't hit them.
See, it just died out. Damn. All right, go ahead. What you got to say about this, King J?
Nothing too tough. I really wanted to. I was trying to jump on where Brother Law was on. I wanted to deal with him real quick, but to my understanding, I would, in regards to that debate, I would have given it to Morpheus, just in regards to the fact that Christianity and Judaism are two different gods. The gods of Christ in the New Testament is a totally different God than Judaism. We went over this several times. Isaiah, the scripture that we gave in regards to Cyrus being the Messiah. The Jews, according to their doctrine, they don't believe Jesus was the Messiah. And King Cyrus was actually the one who, according to them, fits the description most of someone who, what was he supposed to do? Rebuild the holy temple. Cyrus did that because he came and we read the Cyrus edict where he sends Ezra back to build the temple. So that's gathering all the Jews back to the land of Israel. Cyrus did that.
Hey, let me give a quick shout out to Kareem Bellamy. Thank you, my brother, for the support. $30. Thank you in the Cash App. And shout out to Gregory Spotsville. $5 donation. Thank you, brother. See, I only got two donations. I appreciate that from them. Two donations on my Cash App.
That's love, sir. Let me land my plane real quick.
Need to go out there on them streets and bring back the debates when I only got two people. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And if I do, I'm going to tell you, I am going to go out there, but I'm going to put it on my Patreon. You see? It'll go on my Patreon. It won't go on YouTube. That way, if you want to see it, you're going to have to pay somehow. You're going to have to contribute somehow. So it'll be right on my Patreon page. But I'm going to go out there.
That's how you built your name, sir.
Yeah, I know. Yep. Well, go ahead. Continue, brother.
No, I was ending with that. The universal peace thing, right? My thing is that if Jesus was the Messiah, then there would have been there would be an end of all wars. It would be a universal peace. It would be some sort of, so I don't see that fulfillment through Jesus at all. So Just on that alone, I would just give the debate wise to Morpheus.
Okay. We got Lex Vortex in the house today. What's going on, Lex?
Yeah, peace to you, sa.neter.
Peace, brother.
Peace to the elder apostle who keep busting you non-believers and atheists, heathens head open. Peace to Suntan.
Peace, Lex.
An adept in training, a little tainted by atheism. And peace to the other brother. But I just want to say,
agnostic, Lex. I'm agnostic.
oh, okay. The thing about what you know, I have a problem with this whole belief versus facts thing.
Right.
And I want y'all to know that you are in the matrix and you are programmed, and the programming is deeper than what y'all realize, because you think that you stumbled upon something as if like, oh, I only follow the facts. If it's either a fact or not. But your everyday life is lived, 80% of you live beliefs. And belief is stronger than fact. And facts are also subject to change. For example, at one point in time, there used to be a law that says two objects can't occupy the same space at the same time. That was a fact that nobody would deny. If I asked you, can I put a car and another car in the same space or anything, two objects? No, that was a physical fact. The truth is, it was only a fact in that perception from where they was looking. But when they got deeper into the science, we now know that's not true. We have something called superposition, where one object can actually be in 3,000 different spaces at the same time, but only one object. And you can't remove one object from the cluster or the whole thing will collapse. That's called superposition in physics. Another thing is somebody talking? I'm sorry.
No, ain't nobody talking. Go ahead.
Oh, I had an echo. So I think that my arch rival came in, my student in rebellion. But
Seven Asar came in.
Yeah, Seven Asar. No, peace, Seven Asar. Peace to Seven Asar. And so you know, we got to have balance there, and we got to stop with the factology and making like, you know, like, and by the way, I want to ask you, sa.neter, pertaining to what you said about Jesus. Who is your great grandfather going back 2,000 years?
Who was he?
Yeah.
My great grandfather?
Great, going back 2,000 years.
I don't know. Tell me.
You don't know?
No, tell me.
No, the point I said that is because now I'm not even making an argument for against or for the existence of Jesus, but I want y'all to know that you atheist arguments are weak because you, like you said you know for a fact Jesus didn't exist. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
There's no way you can, unless you had a time machine. And I can say the same. And I can say the same thing about.
I'm talking about.
Let me finish. I know what you're saying. So, for a fact, right? You're like, I can do the same thing. I use that example because I can do the same thing with your own people. Like, even if you did say there was an oral tradition that led back to your grandfather 2,000 years ago that they kept alive in your family, I can pull the same thing on you. No, he didn't. That's just word. That's just belief. It's not a fact. He didn't exist. I can do that with your own.
No, you can't, brother.
Yeah, because
and the reason you can't, Lex, is because I am here. I exist because of my great grandfather. That's why you can't do the same thing, brother.
No, and guess what? The Christians are here. The people of Israel are here.
No, that's different.
No. I know what you're saying, but what I'm getting, you think is different. But I'm telling you, the evidence If I was to do it statistically and mathematically, you're equal. What you're saying, like, I'm here, and somebody else could say, well, I'm here, and the faith is still here. And the fact that so many people died, why did they die? Why did they believe? Why was the early, what was the, we could go into so many things. And all I'm saying is y'all got to have more balance. Stop with the whole, like, it's like there's this group, this movement.
The faith wasn't here 2,500 years ago.
But faith was here. But faith was here.
No, it wasn't.
Faith
The Bible
was
only existed 2,000 years ago, brother.
What didn't exist?
I said the Bible only existed 2,000 years ago.
No, I said faith itself existed, though. You said you said faith.
But I'm talking about the faith of Christianity. That's what I'm talking about. You see?
Right. No, I got you with that. That's when you get into the intricacies of the religion and what people believe and how they interpret it. That's all debatable. I'm only hitting on the data points, and I'll land and say this, that it wasn't facts that allowed our people to remain here, actually, because the facts were stacks against us, and not just our people, many other situations. No, it wasn't the facts, bro. It was belief while we're here. Harriet Tubman believed she was going to make it. You know what I'm saying? At some point, belief is a power that overcomes your perceived reality. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this is my last thing. I'll give you an example. Y'all, I know y'all heard this before, but it was once said that a human being could not run, what was it, the 100-yard dash in less than 7 seconds, I think it was, 7 point something. And then I think it was Jesse Owens, I forgot whoever, that broke that record. Once they broke that barrier, which was called a physical fact, everyone started doing it. Read about it. Once they, because you know, they had a measurement that says the maximum potential of a human being. You're not going to run a 100-yard dash in less than 7 seconds. And I don't know if it was Jesse Owens or once he did it, guess what? The door opened, the belief changed, the perception changed. Now everybody started breaking the record. And I'll end on that.
Let me ask you a question, Lex. When is Jesus' birthday, if he existed? When is his born day?
His born day?
Yeah. When did?
Yeah, no, I don't think we have that.
Right, of course, because he didn't exist. Let me go to Keon. Keon is a Keon. What is Jesus?
There's people today that don't know their birthday, so adopted children that were left in trash cans. But go ahead, brother.
Keon, when is Jesus' birthday, Keon?
We don't know.
Of course, because he don't exist. Let me go back. Let me go to Elder Suntan. Suntan. Here's Suntan. I know you hear me, brother. Yo. Damn, Suntan. Yeah, see, look at you. When is Jesus' birthday, Suntan? Suntan.
Yeah.
When is Jesus' birthday?
I couldn't really tell you.
Because he didn't exist, brother.
Well, you know, it's not factual. I don't know.
Because this supposed to be one of the greatest men in the world. The greatest man in the world. And nobody knows when his birthday was here?
Yeah, because he was a
if
peasant.
Jesus lived today, he would be 2,025 years old or 2,030 years old today. If he lived, if he ever existed. That's what Jesus would be today. And nobody knows.
When is Shaka Zulu's birthday?
I don't know. Let me see.
So he didn't exist. That's why he don't have a birthday.
Let me see. Let me see if AI can figure it out.
And then let's find out when, like, the Pharaoh, like Ramses. Do we have Ramses the third birthday?
Can you be quiet for a minute? I'm trying to figure it out. Let me see.
Shaka Zulu was born around July 1787, though the exact day is uncertain. Some records cite July 27th, while Zulu tradition links his birth to the lunar month of Umtulikazi.
How old was Shaka Zulu? How old was Shaka Zulu today? Yo, be quiet while I'm talking, man.
Shaka Zulu would be 239 years old today. He was approximately 41 years old when he died in 1828.
So now, Lex, you get you get
So stop.
You get
so stop. When was his birthday?
Man, you ain't just hear what he said?
No, I did not hear a birth date, sir. See, this is what I mean. Y'all get all excited.
Zulu's birthday.
Listen close.
Zulu was born around July 1787 near Melmoth.
Around July 17th, bro. That's not a birthday.
All
right, but at least they telling you around. They giving you around.
Jesus was born around 2,000 years ago. What's the difference? I'm different, bro. I'm really different, son.
You're right.
Really
you are different, brother. You have become more of a pseudo than anybody. At first, I thought you was coming around. I thought I was.
Listen, son, you got to answer my question before you call me a pseudo. Just because Shaka was born around 200 years ago, Jesus was born around. I'm just showing you the flaw in y'all's logic. It's not even an argument for or against you atheists and non-believers. I'm not a Christian or a Muslim. I'm just telling you your argument's weak. From an argumentative perspective, Jesus was born around 2,000 years ago. You don't have his birth certificate. You don't have Shaka Zulu's birth
How you
certificate.
kill that something? You use the Bible because the Bible tell you when he was supposed to be born, and it don't line up with his own words. So that's how you kill all that.
Look,
Bible?
To me, the whole argument is irrelevant, because rather if you think that he had a birth date or not, or whether we know if he had a birth date or not, the man has 2.5 million actually followers today, and rather if you think he wasn't real, 2.5 million other people do. So it doesn't matter if we know the birthday or not.
Those are believers who think that.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Let me Seven Asar is Unchained, man. Go ahead, brother.
Thank you, sa.neter. I appreciate you allowing me to speak. I want to say peace to you, everybody in the panel and in the chat. And first thing I want to address is this is absolute truth.
What is he talking about? Brother, you there?
Yeah, you went out.
Yeah. Bro. They just zapped him up in the Matrix, out the Matrix.
Yeah, but hey, Michael Ross, what up, man?
What's going on? Peace to the panel. I just jumped on to say this. The brother Lex, is it Lex Vortex?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody run no 100 meters in no 7 seconds. You must have been talking about the 4-minute mile. And you up here, you know, there is things called subjective and objective. Objective is a fact. Subjective is what y'all doing with this belief stuff that y'all doing. Belief is nothing but a strong conviction. It don't mean you right because you believe something. I don't understand how we got grown men up here. Just because y'all believe something, y'all believe y'all right. You're not right. There's things called subjective and objective. And when y'all keep saying Christ existed and y'all don't have no proof, that's just a claim. And so, like Sa said, the burden of proof is on anybody who makes the claim. If you make a claim, the burden of proof is on you. So I don't have to believe your claim. You just got to prove it. I don't have to believe it. That's all I wanted to say. But ain't nobody ran no 100 meters in those 7 seconds.
Let me respond to that real quick, sa.neter.
When you say
I'm gonna show y'all why they fail every time, and how their logic is always flawed. First of all, I never made an argument for Christ for or against. You got to learn how to listen. Second of all, now I did say when I was describing the race, let me show you how it gets petty, why people just want to argue and make it look like they're right and you're wrong. Now watch this. The point doesn't change. Now let's look at this is why y'all don't understand the argument that we're having even with the religious argument. Because you just like Jesus said, you strain the gnat and try to swallow the camel. The point of the story was about the belief. Now tell me that the story that I told you isn't true, that I even when I was explaining it, you knew I had it mixed up. I said I think it was Jesse Owens or somebody, whatever. But the point was there was a certain threshold that scientists and that said no human's going to be able to run that fast. That threshold was broke. Okay, brother, you're not on this level. The way you argue, and this is not to insult you, but the way you argue, you're trying to win a debate. So the threshold was broke. And then after that threshold was broke, the belief that it couldn't be broke was broken. Then more people started to break that threshold. Secondly, when you talk about objective and subjective facts, sometimes even that becomes objective and subjective, depending on the perspective and the reality. That's why I gave you an example. Now, let me ask this, brother. Watch this. Is this objective or subjective? No two objects can occupy the same space at the same time. Brother, just answer that part. Is that objective or subjective?
Okay, now you want me to answer? And this is easy. You talking about a quantum physics, but in a physical reality, we know two things can't occupy the same space. Now, let me say this, and then I'll jump off. And the reason why I said what I said about you, belief is nothing but a strong conviction. Just because you got the story wrong on the 100 meters, because you can go to the world record, you can Google that right now. So you up on here, you up on the panel, and this is what y'all do a lot of times. Y'all come up here trying to look like y'all extra smart. You use the wrong example. The example was not the 100 meters. You should have got your story and your facts correct before you came up here talking about facts. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
So you came up here with the wrong story, and then gonna try to tell somebody they don't know what they talking about and it's easy. You didn't know what you was talking about because your premise was false. I'll leave y'all as I came. In peace. I'm out.
Nah, you just killed him with that. Come back.
That doesn't make any sense, bro. You didn't address anything I said. He never answered whether it was objective.
All right, all right, yo. Let me go back to a Saw 7. He's back. Unleash. Saw, what up? You there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go in.
Yeah, man. We have to deal with the absolute truth. And sa.neter, you know, there was a lot of dancing and spinning by a lot of people when you asked them for proof of things that they claimed from their beliefs, right? They had to spin, they had to do all kinds of things to go around it because they had no exact evidence. See, this is the absolute truth. A belief is based on your opinions.
Thank you.
That you can get around that. But the fact is based on evidence, right? That whatever the fact is, it's been proof because people were able to provide the information to show that this is absolute truth.
Right.
Now,
correct.
truth can come out of belief because people believed something. There was a claim, they investigated, and then that belief changed to a fact. Those two things can't occupy the same space. So when people come up here and say, well, belief is more powerful than fact, and that's not the truth. Both of them have their own power. Both of them can yield power in different ways. But the one that's more powerful is actually the facts, because I can believe that there's no cliff on this mountain, right? But if I walk towards that cliff, I'm going to fall and die, right? I could believe that I could walk on air. I can't walk on air, right? But fact is, if I tell you that there's a cliff over there, don't walk over there, you're not going to fall off the cliff to die, because there is a cliff over there by absolute fact and truth. So we can't conflate the two. And that's what a lot of these religious people try to do. They try to conflate the two, and then that's when they get caught up with Jesus being a real person. You know why you can prove that Jesus, it's a fact that Jesus is not a real person? Is because the proof that people have is hearsay by a group of people in antiquity. But people that were living at the time of those people in antiquity, the contemporary people at that time, there was absolutely no proof outside of that small group of people of this man named Jesus. No archaeological evidence, right? No generational DNA evidence, right? No family that we can track to see if this man is actually a real person. So until that evidence is provided, it is not a fact that Jesus was a real person.
Thank you.
It's only a belief. And anything that's outside of the purview of evidence to prove something is just merely only a claim, a belief. So you can have all the beliefs you can, but where you run into the trouble and where you got to spin and run around is when somebody asks you, is it a fact, and prove it. And here's the common trick. People say, well, the lack of evidence of something doesn't mean it's not true. That's fact. You're absolutely right about that. But it doesn't mean that it's a fact. It doesn't mean it is true. Until you provide that evidence, you can't say that it is true. You can only make the claim. You can only use the word belief, but you cannot use the word fact or true. I'll land my plane there.
Yeah, and you can't even show us who his mother was. You can't even bring forth his mom. You can't bring forth no DNA evidence and nothing. And you can't say, well, that was 2,000 years ago. Well, guess what? They going all the way back into Ramesses II.
Do they have archaeological proof of Shaka Zulu?
If y'all don't understand that Jesus was a peasant and wasn't somebody who they think deserved documentation of, then that is your personal problem. This is goofy that we're sitting up here trying to make it seem as though that Jesus was in the situation or in a position where anybody would even care or give a damn about getting some type of documentation about the man. He was a peasant. He died as a peasant. He literally died on a cross. That is a way of a peasant. That's not somebody that would be documented. So of course you wouldn't find these types of things because they didn't expect them to be that.
Keon, no one does that. Keon, scholars go and go and research to find if someone is true, right? And they'll find documents.
And you know what they would use? They would use documentation of people writing about them from history, in which you refuse to believe in, which is your personal problem.
Yeah, because I don't, belief. See, did you hear what I said?
It doesn't matter about believing in the religion. It's a matter about believing in the fact that people wrote about the man, which scholars would use as using proof as in the man existed.
Now you're bringing red herring arguments to nothing that what we're talking about. We're
talking
about
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, that's true, because the people that even who he's talking about wrote about the man, none of those people was contemporary. They was all hundreds of years later.
Oh, I never see Jesus. That was like 70 years later.
We're not talking about if somebody wrote it. We're talking about belief versus fact. That's what we're talking about, Keon. And see, you keep turning you and others talk around it and create all these other arguments, but because you can't refute this truth that belief is your opinion or claim.
I can't
was you
now,
were you born 20?
Hey,
was you born
give me 20 seconds.
Okay, go ahead.
Give me 20 seconds, 7-0. You made, and this is what y'all got to watch out for with these guys. They're real slick. He made a ridiculous comparison about believing in a cliff, that the cliff is not there. Belief is based on evidence too. It's what we're talking about is the interpretation of the evidence. That's why you can go to court and get two different outcomes. Now, let me ask you, Osar, does it take belief to get on an airplane? Is it a fact that when you get on that airplane, you're going to land in a couple of hours? Or were you operating off belief or fact? Now, let me show you the difference in why. The facts are, we know aerodynamics. Hold on we know aerodynamics. We know how planes work. We know the statistics that's actually flying in the plane is safer than driving. They know the aerodynamics to make the plane fly. Those are the facts. For you to get your ass up in the morning, though, your non-believing ass, and get on that plane, that was your belief. The evidence you used is the statistics. Well, you know, most planes don't crap, nigga, but it takes a lot of faith to get on an airplane, brother, because there's no guarantee you're gonna land. So there's a great area there. And it's like y'all just like to polarize stuff and make silly, idiotic arguments like belief is in total contradiction with the facts. And then you made a statement about absolute facts. Even in science, they'll tell you never use the word absolute. And that's why I gave you the question. Can two things exist in the same place at the same time? Which the other brother never answered. And was okay. Now, is that objective? Or is that now they about to? Was that objective? Was that an objective observation or a subjective observation when they made that a fact? That was an objective observation of
Nobody
reality,
up here
right?
saying we don't. But look, nobody up here
So
saying we don't have belief at
you know
all.
what?
What we
I
saying is
realize I'm
we
talking
don't
over y'all's
believe the
head.
Bible.
Before we
We
go
saying we
further
don't
in the
believe the
conversation,
Bible. We know that all people
I'm
work
talking
on
over your
belief in
head.
certain
I'm starting
areas.
to realize that. Y'all got to do a parasite cleanse and some other stuff before we can have these conversations, man.
So you think something could be at two places at once,
Hold on.
Lex? Is that what you're saying?
Let me bust his head up open though. Let
Yeah,
me bust his head
and
open
now
because
we know that
Lex
two
exactly,
objects more than. Let me just answer Keon's question real quick, 7-0. So I got you. Now we know today, Keon, that
now
two.
you asking him questions?
No, I'm just answering Keon's question.
You're all over the place. Yeah, but
How am I not all over the place? Two objects. Matter of fact, it's called. Look, the term you need to look up, Keon, is superposition.
But see, that's quantum physics. We live in a reality.
No, brother.
Yes. Two objects
Did
in
you hear?
reality. So listen.
All right, I think you missed it
Let me,
again. I'm
brother. You
talking over
gotta
your
let
head.
somebody else talk, brother.
I'm
You're
talking over
long-winded,
your head,
brother.
but you're already messing up saying it's quantum
You
physics.
gotta let somebody else talk.
Let him go.
You're looking at
One mic.
do parasite clean, bro.
Okay, let me address what you said, Lex, because you contradicted yourself in a whole bunch of your speech. You over here talking about us believing if the plane is going to land, right? Right? And that has nothing to do with the conversation of if is belief an opinion or is fact is something that you prove, right? Yeah, I could say, man, this plane, it's a possibility that plane may crash. It may not land, right? But me believing if the plane is going to land or not has nothing to do if belief is an opinion or a claim, right? Me having faith if I'm going to land or not has nothing to do with the truth that belief is a claim or an opinion. I can believe. When I say that I believe something, I only say this is my opinion.
You don't even understand my argument.
Wait a minute, hold on. See, I didn't interrupt you. I let you speak for a long time before I asked to speak. I couldn't even speak for 20 seconds without you interrupting. So let me speak without interruption. So, like I said, my beliefs, as I know, are on my opinions. But when I state fact, I bring evidence, right? This is show and prove. You have to show and prove what you claim. And you can't, just because you making these red herring arguments that has nothing to do with what we're saying, right? And you call us all kind of names because we don't agree with you, right? I don't have to call you a name because you don't agree with me. You just don't agree with me. But one thing you can't dispute is that belief is opinions, right? And facts are provable, is something that's provable, right? And you didn't listen to me because I said you can get truth from belief, right? But truth and belief are not the same. They're not even on equal footing, right? And you want to displace the fact that if you believe that there's no cliff there versus there is a cliff there, right? You walk that way in that forest where you can't see that cliff and fall. That's on you because you believe that there's more forest there. Keep believing that there's more forest there, and then the facts are going to hit you in the face when you land on your face, right, and be gone. So, you can't get around that tangible fact. You can't get around it. What you're going to do is try to create other red herring arguments to prove how powerful belief is. But this is one thing you can't do, Lex. You can't deny that belief are opinions and claims. And you can't deny that facts is something that has provable evidence to substantiate it. I'll land my plane there because I don't.
It's like I'm speaking calculus, bro. You on addition and subtract. Like I hear what you're saying, but it's almost like you didn't even understand what I said. That's not that. That was just one long straw man. That's not. Did you even understand why I said anything that I said? For instance, you brought up the cliff thing again, meaning that that's why I said, man, I'm gonna have to stop. Brothers are gonna have to go on water fast and parasite cleanse because I think it's like, bro, you brought up the cliff thing again after I said that was a ridiculous example. No one just decides to believe a cliff is not there and keep walking. There's evidence like that's just a silly example. And then you missed the point about beliefs. You're on here arguing about beliefs, but I'm telling you, in your everyday life, this is not you right now. You just on here yapping. But it took a lot of faith and belief for you to get on that plane. That's the point. It takes a lot of faith and belief to walk through the hood. Brother, somebody shot at me 6 times from like 10 feet away. You know what happened? And then people will say I'm crazy. I'm telling you, just like in the movies, time froze. Things started moving in slow motion. I could actually hear the bullets flying past my head. But it's like something came over me, like a field, and I knew I would be safe, even though it was a scary situation.
Nah, nigga, the nigga just couldn't shoot, Lex. Simple as that, man. There's nothing magical, nothing magical about none of that.
No, that was rude, Star. That was rude in the middle of something just to, but it's cool, bro. That was mad rude.
You Neo, brother. We know you Neo.
Yeah, finish
nah,
that.
It's good. I'm good. Go ahead, bro. I'm good.
Nah, well, I'm just saying the nigga couldn't shoot. That's all. And you're trying to make it into some mystical, spooky stuff like you in the Matrix now.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I'm telling you my experience.
Logical.
I'm telling you my experience. Now, whether you try to, that's what I'm saying. This is why you guys are just, y'all are like NPCs in the Matrix. It's not a belief. I experienced it.
Okay, that's your personal experience.
Okay, all right. I'm here.
That's why it's subjective.
It's a belief because you can only tell us that you feel like it happened that way, but you can't prove that time slowed down for you or none of that.
You know what happened? 2 weeks later, that dude was found somewhere dead in a ditch.
What slowed time down, Lex?
Yeah,
I don't know, bro. I'm telling you. You ever watched the movie? Hold on, listen. I'm gonna tell you what slowed time down. It's just like in the movies. I always thought, why did they do that? Now I know why. While that was happening, for some reason, for me, time, everything slowed down, was moving in slow motion.
You mean it felt like it?
Yeah, I mean, however you want to call it. The bottom line is I didn't get shot. The dude wasn't far. I heard the bullets flying past my head. I felt the force field come around me. Time slowed down.
Time did not slow down. Time did not slow down.
You know why?
He didn't die 2 weeks later for real either.
I'm gonna tell y'all why you don't want to. Let me just finish, bro. Why you don't want to hear it? It's just like y'all are jealous of God's children. Maybe you never had that experience because you don't have a connection like that. Because you might be NPCs. You're NPCs and you're here to just distract God's children. Because listen, bro, all I'm saying is today we got all type of weirdness and all type of discoveries that's breaking up things that y'all call facts. Really, I'm gonna tell you the truth. If I was to really have a show with all of y'all, where y'all had to answer me, and I could show y'all, I would make y'all look completely silly, scientifically and theoretically, because y'all must not know what's happening.
So let me ask you, Lex. So you saying God put a force field around you? You saying
something put a force field around me,
but God allowed them children to get shot? He ain't protect the babies, but he
asked me about another situation. Whether now you're arguing morality, whether God was right or wrong, or whatever this is happening. I'm telling you whether it's a force field.
I'm gonna say I'm happy that you didn't get hit. I'll say that. I'm glad you didn't get hit with them bullets. You know?
But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, that was impossible.
But time didn't slow down, though. Like, come on now.
Time didn't slow down. Only in your own world it did, but not for nobody else.
Okay, well, there's worlds within worlds, though. There's levels where me and you could be sitting here looking at. We could be looking at the same thing and seeing two totally different pictures. That's what y'all don't realize, because you don't know how you even see with your eyes, and you definitely don't know how you see with your brain. And you have been educated in a way.
I live in California. I grew up game banging. I done been shot at a number of times, and I done felt like time slowed down. But in reality, I know it was not no slower than however it actually happened. Right. You just saying some craziness.
Now listen to that, y'all. He just confirmed something. Now I want y'all to watch how this works.
Yeah,
he said he's been shot at
like something. It feels like it, but that don't make it a fact that that's what happened.
Right.
You up there playing games.
All right, let's reason together now. This is why they like the microwave stuff, y'all. Because if you put people on the line, say, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Nobody can get an understanding. Now, here's what a scientist does, brother, because y'all talk science, but you don't know it. What a scientist would do was say, well, you had the same feeling. I had the same feeling. It's not something to just dismiss. Now we have to investigate and find out why did he have the same? And why did Tom have the same? See, that's science. You just saying.
Yeah, but until you investigate and show us the evidence of that, it's not a fact, and you can't do that.
If I could,
still up here playing the same game, man.
If I could, I just want to say that belief is just the fact of the unknown. You wasn't there 2,026 years ago where possibly Jesus was alive. You wasn't there when supposedly the Egyptian gods was ruling over.
Possibly,
you wasn't there when any of these people were actually there. So yes, we do have to use belief, not only in the fact that we're talking about Jesus, but also in the evolutionary fact. That's also a belief if you think about it, because again, you wasn't there 6 million, 4 million, or 2 million years ago. So that's all I'm saying. That's what I believe in.
Who wants to smoke? Yeah. Who wants to smoke? Yeah. Yeah. Temperatures going up. The heat is rising. Scholars showing up. Audience vibing. We on a mission. Competition is the only desire. Whose information would be facing the mercy of fire? So step up, stand up. Can you walk through hell? So tough, too tough for the weak, soft shells. Set the fire, fan the flame. Smoke is rising in blooms, while the inexperienced today just does the choke on the fumes. Bring your science, bring the wisdom, even bring your religion. If you can't stand the heat, then please don't come in the HOK. It's just a session, learn a lesson, fight and overcome oppression. Who'll be the best debated? By the time all the smoke clears, who wants the smoke? Who wants the smoke? Who wants the smoke? Smoke session. Smoke session. This environment is the toughest, so bring your best and put your spirit to the test. You stepping into the ring with the scholar with a no-dig hits harder. I will make you holler, and the information flow with power. You wanted to pick the LD, the undisputed. Now watch as your outdated theories get refuted. I'm posted in the den, let the world burn. Pressure in the room, it's finally my turn. They want the smoke, I'm the whole forest fire. Watch the oxygen vanish as the flames climb higher. My mind is the weapon, I'm no joke. I'm the baddest, I come for the smoke, no joke. I'm the baddest to ever breathe. I don't play house, I make them leave. Smoke session, smoke session. I want the smoke. Smoke session, smoke session. I say that, you better warn up. Who want the smoke? Who want to say neter? I'm not playing. Oh my God, say neter, stop playing with me. Nah, Paul, you better tell him. You better tell her. Nah, Paul.